Podcast League now. Starring the Casablanca Kid. He turns good taste into bad. Movie hero. He has a stutter, but he's smooth like butter. And Pez, with the ability to Pez.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Podcast League Now. This is our podcast for the Movie Hero Network. So, and we have a new Casablanca Kid tonight joining us. We have Malcolm Lay, the temporary Casablanca Kid tonight. So
you just have to pretend like Casablanca is your favorite movie tonight, Malcolm. That's what you have to do.
Yeah. right.
I mean, I do like it. So.
Well, the real question is, do you dislike 2001: A Space Odyssey?
I've actually never seen it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, you have to pretend like you hate it more than any other movie on the planet. Yeah.
Yep. Right. Yep, that's Chris's thing. But anyways, how you guys doing?
Well, no, I'm good. I'm usually drinking on the episode, but I think I drank enough on the tournament fights the other night to last me a whole week. So tonight I'm just drinking generic brand Mountain Dew. So that's all like Faygo Cola, Faygo Moon Mist. So, but yeah, I drank more than enough vodka for the other night that I'm not drinking tonight.
Or like Mountain Rush or whatever they call it.
Yeah, they call like if you're drinking like a Dr. Pepper, it'll be like Dr. whatever the store's name is. And
right.
Roll with it.
Nice.
So no, but I'm good.
How you doing, Malcolm?
Pretty good. Just relaxing. Been watching a couple of Robin Williams movies today.
Oh, nice.
That'd be definitely something we could do eventually on tier rankers. We need to do a little Robin Williams movies. That could be fun.
Yeah, we should for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be down
I think there's enough S level stuff in there. There's enough F level stuff in there. You know, you can talk about RV and throw that in the F level, or you know.
I wouldn't go that far for RV. Like RV is a good movie. Old Dogs. Definitely.
Old Dogs. Yeah, I was going to say maybe Old Dogs. I don't know. Maybe like Aladdin and the King of Thieves, like one of those directed sequels that he did. You know, maybe solidly in the C or D level, down below Aladdin. I don't know.
Maybe The World According to Garp or something weird like that.
I've never seen The World According to Garp. I need to watch it though.
The movie's bad, yeah. But yes, one of the things I wanted to talk about though. So I just watched the Invasion of the Body Snatchers recently, so I wanted to kind of just talk a little bit about it because that was a pretty awesome movie. Like I watched it and I freaking loved it. Like I thought that it was great. So I don't want to give too much away.
Specifically, the '78 version, right? The one with Donald Sutherland and Jeff Goldblum, and the one from the '70s. Because there is one from the '50s, obviously, and there've been several versions, but. Yeah, like that was the one I recommended to him to watch, and also it'll be on our '70s tier ranker fights horror show when we get to it. But yeah, he had to kind of watch it for some prep. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, a bit of a spoiler alert. I don't want to give too much away here either. I'm going to be facing Malcolm in the movie Battlegrounds, so that's one of the movies that I watched kind of in prep for one of the questions. It's my first time seeing it, but yeah. I thought there was a lot of fun though. Just a solid cast. I thought that Donald Sutherland stole the movie for me. I thought he was great in it, and it was a pretty fun twist. I won't give it away, and like I know that it's like a what like a 50-year-old movie or something, but even still, like it was a pretty fun twist near the end. So that I didn't really see coming. So yeah, thought it was a good time.
No, it's good, and it's one of those movies that's like. Yeah, it's not really spoiling much, but I like movies that sort of end on a note of like you think somebody might be able to save something, but it's really kind of hopeless, where it's like a situation they can't really control. I mean, at that point, most of those body snatchers movies are like that, where it's like, what do you do once, everybody's pretty much, taken over or whatever? It's not like one person can stop, that. And it's one, like I said, I always talked about on the tier ranker how, paranoia horror is like one of my favorite horrors, and body snatchers is like the ultimate in that. Because who do you trust if you haven't seen somebody in a day? You don't know if they've been taken over in that time, or how do you prove it? It's pretty interesting in that way. I like that vibe that whole movie sets up, where he's like, there's that one spot, it's not even spoiling anything, where he picks up the phone to call the police, and he's like talking to the police, and they're like, and they say his name. They're like, "Oh, it's okay. We'll take care of it, Mr. So-and-so." And they're like, "I didn't tell you my name. How did I tell you? I didn't tell you my name. What's going on?" They're like, "Hang up the phone. Get out of there." It's good stuff.
Yeah. And also too, like, it's a different take on like an alien movie too. Like, it's just like a totally different way to.
Well, they're not really aliens, like little green men. It's like these spores floating around the universe, and they just happen to land on the planet, and they're just like, well, we're just these creatures that go throughout the universe. And, it's an alien movie technically, but it's not aliens in the sense that we all think about when we think about aliens. Like, aliens don't have to be, flying around in a UFO and like little, short green men. Like, it can be just these like almost like these bacteria creatures. It doesn't have to be the thing we think they are. Malcolm, have you seen the 78 Body Snatchers or any of the Body Snatchers movies?
I've seen the one with Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman. And,
oh God, you saw the worst one.
I actually don't mind that version of it. But like, I've been trying to find this for a while. It's just not on any streaming services for me at the moment. So,
oh shit. Well,
yeah, the 78 one is definitely pretty much considered the best version by Philip Kaufman, and the 50s one is very much the 50s one is very much like a 50s like allegory for like the Red Scare of communism, that sort of thing, and it's like literal these giant pods, and like it's a little cheesy, but it's a lot of fun. But there's a fun fact, Jordan. The guy in that movie, the 78 version, who like stumbles in front of their car and is like, they're here, they're already here, they're coming, they're coming. That's the guy from the original movie. That's the guy from the original movie, Kevin McCarthy. He's the star of the 50s one. So people have theorized that movie is technically a sequel to the original one. It's just he's still running around trying to warn people that they're already here. So people have theorized about that. Yeah, but there's also one. There's another version from 1993 that has like Forrest Whitaker and Meg Tilly and Arlie Ermey. It's just called Body Snatchers, and it's Abel Ferrara, and like it's set on like a military base. It's pretty good. It's kind of underrated, but it's the least seen out of all of them, I think. But it's still pretty fun. So if you get a chance to check that one out, it's not bad.
Did it go to theaters, that one? The one in 93?
It went to theaters. It was just kind of, again, it just kind of got overlooked because it just didn't get as much attention as the other ones. It just kind of has gone under the radar. Like, I think it's okay. It's pretty good. And then obviously that movie, The Faculty, which I put in my top 64, is basically a Body Snatchers movie, in all sense of the word. So it's just a different interpretation. I mean, they even mention Body Snatchers in the movie. She talks about how, the original short story and stuff, of Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm glad you liked it, man. It's one of my favorites. That one of my favorite horror movies. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's a really creepy movie. I remember showing it to my ex, and she just like after the movie, she's like, "Oh my God, the movie just creeps me out. Like, I just don't like the vibe of it. It's just creepy." Like, and it certainly is, with like everybody acting all weird. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Good to see Leonard Nimoy not playing Spock too, like just playing like a psychiatrist, kind of a guy. He's really good.
Yeah. And even Jeff Goldblum too, just
baby Jeff,
kind of playing like just like a normal guy, almost kind of like he's not really playing some kind of uppity kind of weird guy or like quirky. They're usually kind of quirky or something, but he's just like a normal guy in that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you dug it, man. I'm glad you dug it. I was interested to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, it's one that it holds up over multiple viewings too. You'll probably find yourself going back to it every now and then. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but so Malcolm, I'm gonna ask. So you've been doing like a movie watch. You've been watching like a movie a day, haven't you? Like, are you still doing that?
Yeah. Like basically what I've been trying to do is I did this last year and decided to continue on this year's. I've been trying to watch at least one movie I've never seen before a day.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
Anything good? Anything good lately? What stands out?
The one I watched today was 1 Hour Photo. That's what I'd seen before
Robin
for the
Williams,
first time, and
Okay.
I've just recently watched Whiplash for the first time as well. So
Okay, nice. Yeah, those are actually two that I haven't seen, so I'll have to add those to my blind spots list for sure. Nice.
It's tough. That's tough to follow through with because you get those days where you probably get burned out, where you're just like, I don't really want to watch a movie today, but you try to force yourself, I guess, to keep watching.
I mean, for me, like it's easy because I always try to find something I want to watch, but quite often for me the tricky thing is like I get caught up watching a TV series. It's like, oh shit, I haven't actually watched a new movie today.
Right.
Because I've been watching Boy Meets World for the first time. Just been getting really
Yes.
Oh, one of Jordan's favorite
One
shows
of
of all time. Yeah.
Yep. That's my number one favorite of all time, which is something that I'm going to talk about.
It might come up on our
podcast.
on our '90s sitcom show coming up for tier ranker fights. That'll probably
Yep.
come up. I'm sure. I'm sure Jordan will be fighting for S tier on that. He might be alone on that, but he'll be fighting for it. I'm sure.
Yeah, and on our next podcast episode, we're going to be talking about all about our favorite Comic-Con experiences. I got a little story involving Boy Meets World too that I'll tell on that too. So it should be fun. So, but yeah. So on the previous episode though, we all talked about some of our best and worst jobs we've ever had. So I figured that Austin, that you were a referee for professional wrestling for quite a while, and I figured that's one of your jobs really, and you never really got to talk about it. So
well, job in the sense that I did it a whole lot, but it's not something I can make a living on unless I was on television. Right. Yeah. I mean, getting paid $20 or $30 a show, it's not really something you can survive on. Just enough to cover the gas, basically. But it is what it is. But yeah, like it's something I did for close to 15 years down in Florida, mostly Florida and Georgia. And I started back in 2006. Trained with two guys, Dagan Briggs and John Davis. Nice. Yeah, and that's kind of how I got my nickname Pez, because Pez is my referee name, and I got it when I was training, when we were learning how to take bumps, which is basically how to fall on the mat without killing yourself. You got to tuck your chin in, and kind of take it on your upper back. And of course, the first time I did it was, I didn't do it properly because of course I didn't, and my head snapped back and then John told me I looked like the top of a Pez dispenser snapping back, so he told me that was going to be my name from now on, was going to be Pez. So because when you're training for wrestling, you don't really get to pick your first gimmick. It's whatever the promoter or the booker, people that train you kind of give you, essentially. That's kind of how that went. So I started doing that. And even at one point, about a year into it, I almost was in an actual match. We were going to do a tag team match with me and a wrestler versus another ref and a wrestler. And we actually trained for it all week. Like we worked out all the spots. We worked out all the things. And then the match actually never happened because the promotion went out of business right before we did it. So so we didn't get a chance to do that. But Jordan can pull up one of my most memorable experiences. He's got a picture in there of me with the table. There's actually two pictures of it. One of my most painful experiences.
Let me find it.
I mean, chances are if you're WWE,
is this one here? Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you think? Yeah, that's me with my legs over my head going through. So the guy who did that to me actually is in the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. His name is the Necro Butcher. And he tossed me over the top rope, down onto the floor, through the table. And yeah, that's me barely hitting the table with my neck going through it. And yeah,
it's a real table, right? Like it's not like a fake anything.
No, it's a real table. And I hit the ground very, very hard and bruised my shoulder up really bad. Got the wind knocked out of me pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty out for a little while. So But yeah, that was one of the most memorable things I ever did. I've got video of it, but not on here, obviously. But
Okay.
yeah, there's a picture also with like the aftermath of that where I'm just kind of laying there. Yep,
Yeah.
that shattered table.
Chances are, if you're in WWE, Vince McMahon forced you to dress up like a real life Pez dispenser.
Yeah. No, I probably like walk around with one in my hand like an idiot, or just like constantly eating them or something.
Throwing out candy out the top.
I'm throwing candy out at the crowd and shit. Yeah, something stupid. Yeah. Now, eventually, my original name was Pez Merriweather, but then we kind of dropped the Merriweather thing after a while, and it was just Pez. So, like, that was what that happened. So, I do have some memorable.
A picture here
Yeah.
of the Pez Merriweather. Yeah.
Look at baby Pez back in 2006. Yeah,
baby Pez.
Well, 20 years old right there, right out of high school. Yeah. So people are always saying, like, people have this glamorous idea of wrestling where it's like, oh, you're in the locker room, doing your thing, and you go out and do a show or whatever. But I've been in many different venues, let's say, doing shows. For instance, there was one where we went to an old strip club that was no longer a strip club; it was just a bar, and I was doing play-by-play commentary up on the stripper stage with the pole, doing commentary for the show. So that was fun. So we were up here, and the ring was way down here, and the bar's over there, and we did that. I did another one where we were in this facility. No, yeah, exactly. I might have found some that were crumpled up behind the stage, rotting away. We did one in a place that had 3 different clubs in the building, and like we walked straight back, and there's this really nice like country western bar, like nice wood floors and like all these lights and really nice. And they're like, oh, you're not in that one, you're in this other one. And we were in like the rap club, which was like really dingy and like had like these speakers hanging down from the ceiling with the chains and like just like a weird setup with like a pit. And like we had to get dressed in this old, if you call it a locker room or a dressing room, that literally looked like strippers would, with like weird mirrors and like just really cramped. And we were getting dressed in there. That was one. I got dressed in a U-Haul truck one time because we were doing a show in a parking lot. So our locker room was the back of a U-Haul moving truck.
Nice.
So we just had to get dressed in an open moving truck.
What you got to do?
Yeah, I used to do a show called Manor Dinner Theater, which is we did like literally like a dinner theater show where the audience would be eating dinner while we were doing our wrestling show in the ring, and they would play like background music. So it's like one of those things where people used to see, if they're watching an actual show, it only was wrestling. And that was the company where we almost took the dinner theater show, believe it or not, to a nudist colony. And almost did a show at a nudist colony. We had an agreement at one point where there was a nudist colony nearby that wanted to rent us to do a wrestling show, which never actually happened, but they wanted us to do it. And like, I could only imagine like us doing this and looking over the crowd and seeing like some 80-year-old man just naked sitting in a chair watching the show.
A little awkward.
It would have been awkward.
I mean, it probably would have been even more awkward if they go, oh yeah, even the wrestlers have to be naked. It's like,
oh yeah, no, I was I'm not going to be naked, like just wearing just my shirt and like nothing else. That's not happening. We would have been the only clothed people there, yeah. But I would have done it just for the story. You know what I mean? Just to tell people the story. Like I definitely would have done it had it gone through, but I've done that. We've done shows at bars where we're just set up literally like in the middle of the bar on the dance floor, and they do bars. So I did a show in an outdoor mall in Miami where it's like one of those 3-story malls, but it has like a courtyard in the middle, and we did that there. It was in the middle of summer, so the sun was coming right down through the middle, and we had a black canvas on the mat. So the canvas was like 130 degrees. Like it was hot inside the wrestling ring. So every time I would count the pin, I was literally going like 1, ow, 2, ow, because like it was like touching the top of a stove. Like it was hot, and nobody wanted to take any bumps in the ring because it was so hot, and like it was just scorching in Miami. Just long drives, driving 5 hours back after a show where I'm hallucinating, trying to drive back. There's all kinds of crazy stuff, man. Like good times overall, though. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. We sent a couple of the pictures I can throw up here, and you can just kind of just maybe talk
Yeah.
about them. But there's a couple here.
That's my buddy Chuck Oren, who was another referee. So we're just taking goofy pictures back in the locker room. He was a guy I did a whole lot of shows with back in the day. So that was Chuck.
Nice.
Just me carrying out a very bloody wrestler named Jigsaw. We got kind of an eye messed up. Yeah, and that was a show where they had to have a lower ring, like a ring that literally was not that far up off the ground. It was only like a foot off the ground because the ceiling was so low at the facility. We had one guy at one of those shows. He got tossed up, like this little guy, by these two big wrestlers. He got tossed into the ceiling, like those panels in the ceiling, and broke it. And like some of the panels like fell down from the ceiling into the ring, and the crowd started chanting "Holy shit!" when he broke the ceiling.
It would have been funny if he would have gone into the ceiling and then like disappeared.
Just disappeared. Yeah, he just went up into the ether.
Back down. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Just went up into the space.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It's just me. We did a show where kind of a more old school show where we'd have to do the old, like that's from the 80s. Like a lot of referees back in the day used to wear like blue shirts with the bow ties. So like we kind of did that gimmick on those shows instead of the traditional stripes. So that was like a different promotion where it was more kind of old school.
Nice.
Yeah, but and then that's my buddy Dagan, who I talk about a lot. Yeah, he's a wrestler. He was the best man at my wedding. We've been friends for a long time. He was the guy who literally I got into training because he said he was going to be doing this show where like he was starting up this new promotion in the town I was at in Jacksonville. I messaged him on MySpace. Remember MySpace?
Yeah.
And I messaged him through MySpace and just said, "Hey, you said you're doing the show. I'm just curious if you need a referee." And he was like, "Yeah, we don't have a referee." He's like, "Have you ever done it?" And I was like, "No, but I'd really like to. I'd like to learn." And he was like, "Okay." And then essentially, like, we just became really quick friends. And like, he took me along to a bunch of shows and kind of helped me make contacts. And so that's him and his gimmick where he calls himself the Tyrant Dagan Briggs. So it's like this kind of face painted, sort of half zombie kind of a gimmick. So yeah, that's what he does. But that's my buddy. That's my buddy Dagan, who I talk about a lot. And then I think I have one more.
At your wedding?
Was this one here?
Yeah, he was the best man at my wedding. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, did he dress like that at your wedding?
No, unfortunately, no. He just wore like a vest. No, we didn't do a themed wedding with me and my referee outfit. No, and then that's John Davis, the other guy who trained me, who gave me the Pez name. He's a big dude. He's awesome though. He's a good old friend of mine, and we did a whole lot of shows together over the years. So I just figured I'd throw a picture of him too. So shout out to John Davis and Dagan Briggs, who are my trainers and my good buddies who helped me get in the business for a long time. Yeah, we're still all friends.
Nice. Cool. Well, I was thinking that we could talk a little bit about some of our favorite vacations we've ever been on before, because I have a huge list of them. Like I probably don't go on nearly as many vacations as I would like to, because probably my biggest passion in the entire world is to travel. Like we're gonna get a chance that I get to travel anywhere. Like I'm always up for it. Like whether it's a road trip, flying, whether it's just exploring somewhere in my local area, just like really anywhere. Like I'm always down.
Well, I'm sure Malcolm's used to all the silly Americans going over to New Zealand and taking the Lord of the Rings tour by now, ever since those movies came out.
Yeah. Yep. What's something that's on my bucket list? Actually, I want to go over there and check all that stuff out. Like it seems really, really cool. So, but yeah. So I uploaded a bunch of pictures on here about my latest trip. But so my last trip that I went on a 2-week trip where I went to this place called Seaback, Washington. So basically, Seaback's kind of like near the inlet on the Puget Sound of Washington. So I believe that there's a picture of the Airbnb where we stayed. Let me see if I can find it, because that had an amazing view. I want to see if I can bring up the view. So this is the view from our back door. So like literally, like we had animals coming up. We had like deer, elk, like rabbits. We'd all kinds of animals coming right up to our door. And then we're about an hour away from an actual rainforest. So in Washington, they have what's called a temperate rainforest. So they have this place. Obviously, it's called the Ho rainforest. They call it HOH. That's how they spell it. It's essentially like exactly like when we see it in an actual jungle, but like kind of like a little more foresty, like a lot more pine trees and stuff. I got a couple of pictures of it here. You can kind of see. So there's one picture with the moss all over the trees. There's me kind of goofing around with some huge log that's there.
Jordan, quit riding the log.
Yeah, right. Quit playing with your dinghy. Me and my brother there, just kind of popping out of the like ferns or whatever you want to call it, and then just there's me like walking on a huge log. I'll go through them quickly, and I got a crap ton of pictures here, but yeah, so like it's a pretty cool spot. Here's me and my sister here.
Is that part of the Pacific Northwest Trail or no?
I believe that it is. Yeah, I think that it,
because that one trail looked like it might run through it or something.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the ocean too. So like I think it's part of what it runs all along the Pacific Trail. Yeah. So got that. Then got some cool waterfalls that we saw. There's a picture of my whole entire family. We actually went to Forks, Washington, and where they filmed Twilight. So like we just thought that was kind of cool. Like if you zoom out, the little sign actually says Forks, Washington. So we even went. Well, it's funny enough. So like Forks, Washington, they actually didn't film any of Twilight in Forks, Washington. They just filmed it in like Oregon, and then they just named the town Forks. But they do have Bella's truck from the movie there, though. That's like the only thing you can see from the movie Twilight. So
the only roadside attraction. Yeah. Come see Bella's truck.
Yeah, the only roadside attraction. But yeah, you can kind of see.
Is that pre-crash or post-crash?
Right. Yeah. Pre-part where he knocks it away, or
pre-crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or somebody restored it, but there's a picture of me and my mom there. There's like a huge log, me and some of my siblings.
Man, how are you guys holding that up? It looks so heavy.
How are we? I know, right?
How much does that weigh?
It weighs, I don't know, like 10 kilos. I don't know.
Wow.
But speaking of the wildlife there, like we had deer that would come right up to our front door here. So this is like almost every night. We had animals. We enjoyed a lot of seafood. I'll just go through the food pictures quick because I mean food is food. But we had some lobster mac and cheese stuff there. But it's pretty close to the ocean though. So my family by the ocean, and then also too, one of the cool things is so like near the ocean, they have these spots where like literally you can pick up a rock and there'll literally be like 20 to 30 crabs that'll like scamper away. They're like hiding underneath these little tiny baby crabs, and so
I'm sure the crabs love the people disrupting their home. It'd be like if we were doing this podcast and some giant came by and lifted up the house and said, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, right. But we did a lot of cool stuff. Like we went out golfing too. So like this is me and my two brothers and my dad went out golfing. This is me with a horrible golf swing there, But yeah, so we did that, and then part of the same vacation, I went over to the Boise area because that's where I'm from. I'm from Boise, Idaho. So there's a couple of pictures there. Like we have this place that's called Freak Alley. It's like this place where like people do a lot of cool like graffiti and like artwork. So like someone did like a breaking.
I don't know, Jordan. This seems like a shady vacation. You went to Freak Alley. You went to the Hoe Forest.
Freak Alley, yeah, right.
What kind of places are you going to?
Yeah.
With all these loose women. What's going on?
Yeah.
Is that all? That's all really in the red light district of Washington. That's where you actually went.
Yeah, right. On the red light district because Washington was known for its seedy areas, right? But they have a cool little shop in downtown Boise. It's called Repop. So some cool little things like they have the couch from Stranger Things. So I got to go and like sit on the couch. And speaking of New Zealand. This is me and my friend April at the little recreation of a little Hobbit house there, and they have the door from Friends there, and then they got the door from Sherlock Holmes at 221 Baker Street. So that was a good time. And then one last thing that I wanted to show is that my dad works for this company Sensi. He's one of the chief finance guys for Sensi. They make like the wickless candles and the little warmers, and so they have these things that are called Sensi buddies. But in the lobby in the headquarters, they like blew them up and made these like huge giant Sensi buddies. But like basically, they have these huge giant stuffed animals, and you can put like a scent pack in the back, so that the stuffed animal actually smells like something good, whatever kind of scent you want to pick. They got about 500 scents you can choose from. They had pretty much all these.
So when these dolls
fart,
it doesn't smell like ass. It smells like roses. Is that the idea?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's the idea. Yep. You nailed it, Austin. Yeah, basically, they have pretty much any like all these Disney characters. They even have a Baby Yoda one, but the Baby Yoda one was kind of ugly. It wasn't as cute as what's in the movie. So, but yeah, so that's my most recent vacation. But then some of my other favorite vacation. I know everyone usually has like a Disney World, Disneyland vacation at some point in their life. So I've been to both. They're always memorable. I've been all over Utah because I was actually born in the state of Utah. So I've been to like Moab. I've been to like Zion's National Park, Bryce Canyon, all of that. I've been to Yellowstone. So, and then I've also been to Las Vegas quite a few times because my brother used to live in Las Vegas, so I know Las Vegas like the back of my hand. I've probably been there about 7 or 8 times and like explored everywhere. Like if you ever want to know how to get into like some of the like coolest swimming pools and to free concerts too, I know how to do it. There's like certain secrets you got to know to be able to get into those things, but I know how to get into like. So like one night we went there. So like me and my friend Drew, we went to Las Vegas and we found this guy that's giving out free concert tickets to see the Chainsmokers. So we went and saw the Chainsmokers, and then we were at the Chainsmokers concert. There's somebody giving out some tickets to see Little John and the East Side Boys, and so we're like, yeah, like we'll just go to that. So like as soon as that concert ended, we went from one concert to another concert, and then they had this other rapper called Swiss Beats, I guess. Like I'm not super familiar, but it was a fun show though. Went and saw that too. So
he wears a backwards hat and he's got a really square nose.
Yeah. But like the Swiss Beats one though, like at the very end, was in this really cool club where like so they had this huge giant staircase going up, and then like all the stairs would like project different images on it. So like they would turn to like fire, they would turn to ice. And you're going up in this really cool, super fancy like building where like all the walls are made of like glass or like mirrors and stuff. Like it was pretty trippy. So yeah, but yeah, those are some of my favorite vacations that I've been on. But we'll throw it to you guys. Maybe start with Malcolm. Do you have any favorite?
Malcolm, yeah. You ever been outside of New Zealand? Ever taken some plane flights outside of New Zealand?
Yeah, I haven't actually been on a lot of vacations myself. Like the only time I've sort of been out of New Zealand is I went to just across the ditch to Australia. Went to the Gold Coast and Movie World and all those places.
Okay.
But aside from that, like I've not really travelled outside of New Zealand. And at this stage, it's probably going to be a little bit while before I can actually travel anywhere safely.
Yeah, right.
Right.
It's pretty locked down over there, I know.
I mean, it's not even that, but it's like all the flights to other countries are at the moment closed, so I can't go to other countries even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it kind of tough, but yeah, like
would you ever want to get to like the US or anything at some point and travel around?
I mean, US is high on my list partly because of Disneyland and Disney World and Universal and all that.
Well, if you ever need somebody to tour you around Disney World in Orlando, I used to live 2 hours north of there, so I went to Disney and Universal a lot. So I am a certified tour guide over there. That's my jam. I lived in Florida for 30 years, so
Yeah,
one of those
nice.
things. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Austin are actually planning a little trip that I'm going to try to next September to fly out there, and then we're going to go on a little trip around Florida and kind of like show me how to do like Disney and Universal and Florida the right way, right?
Well, I mean, the touristy way. I mean, I could show you some other sides of Florida that are not so pleasant,
Right.
not so not so Disneyfied. But if you want to see the brighter sides of Florida, yes, I can certainly do that.
Well, like I feel like a lot of people they like go to some of these theme parks or like around Florida, and like they don't know the area, so they end up just like standing in a bunch of lines or like
Mm-hmm.
or not going to like the coolest parts. Like they go to the wrong beach or like there's one that's like better than the other. They don't always see all the best that Florida has to offer. So yeah.
Definitely.
It'd be nice to have a kind of little tour guide, but yeah, well, Austin, you want to tell us about one of your favorite vacations? You got any
I mean, a
memorable
lot
ones
of
that stand out?
a lot of my stuff when I was a kid was like camping around the Southeast. There was a lot of camping around Florida and a lot of camping around Georgia and South Carolina and things like that. We used to have I don't know if you've ever seen those pop-up campers that are like they're kind of flat and then you crank them open and they lift up and then they spread out, those pop-up campers. We used to have one of those. So we used to take that a lot of places.
Nice.
It holds like 4 people. So my family's a family of 4. We had one really memorable one where we cranked it up, and as it was going up, there was an ant infestation inside the camper. So we cranked this thing up, and like hundreds of ants like fell out of the side of it, and were just everywhere.
Oh wow!
And we remember we had to get like these brooms and like brush them out, and we found like eggs inside the camper. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely like nightmare fuel. Like it was pretty insane. Like we were trying to clear them out, and we had to like go get bug spray and like let the thing air out. That was not fun. But yeah, we had a lot of good camping trips over the years, different places. A lot of them kind of blend together, so it's hard to pick them out one by one. But my dad and I went to about 10 or 15 years ago. We went to Cedar Point. I don't know if you've ever heard of Cedar Point. It's in Ohio, and it's like it's like the roller coaster theme park in like America. Yeah. Like it's literally like has some of the most famous roller coasters in the world, and it's got like 20 different roller coasters. Like it's nuts. And we just went there for like 3 days because it's one of those parks that takes you like 3 days to get through everything. But that was a lot of fun. It was just me and my dad. We had a good trip. Awesome. And then I went to England for my 21st birthday by myself, which was interesting. I made it around. England, nice. So yeah, flew over there and took a bunch of trains and met a guy kind of similar to here that like I just knew through like these wrestling message boards and ended up meeting him over there, and we hung out and did some wrestling shows there. And I stayed at his house for a day, and then I went around and went to London for a couple of days. Yeah, so that was interesting. I saw Mary Poppins on Broadway while I was over there, which was fun. We just talked about Mary Poppins the other night. It's been blowing up on all of our episodes, but that was cool. And then we took an interesting trip to New York back in 2006 to New York City. And it was right in the middle of, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a transit strike in New York City in 2006.
Oh, yeah.
And where literally all the subways and the buses like shut down. There was a transit strike, all the union workers.
There's a Conan episode about that. Where
he's driving around.
Like drives around in like a big giant van to give people rides places. Yeah.
Yeah, that literally happened. I was in New York when that happened. We started our vacation. We were there for like 2 or 3 days, and then like that Saturday or whatever it was like at midnight that night the deal was expiring or whatever, or they had to come to some term before they went on strike, and it didn't happen. So the next day it was like to get anywhere there was like a cab shortage, and there was no subway stations were literally shut down, and the buses weren't running, so we had to walk everywhere. We had my grandmother with us, so like we had to walk everywhere with my grandmother, and then we had to charter a private car to get us to the airport the day we had to leave because there was only like half the cabs are running. Like we couldn't take a train to the airport, like nothing. So that was interesting. But there was a couple of fun things. I saw one of my wrestling shows there, which was a lot of fun. And then we actually got to see a taping, Jordan, of Comedy Central Presents, if you remember that show, the 30-minute show. We actually got to go to a free tape. We were just walking to Times Square, and this guy was like handing out tickets. He's like, "Oh, we're about to tape Comedy Central Presents, and I was a big fan of the show. Like my dad didn't know what it was. I was like, "Oh yeah, Dad, Comedy Central Presents is awesome." So they ushered us like it was totally free. They just pulled people on
Is
the
that like
streets.
stand-up comedy? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
yeah, like real stand up. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went in there and they were taping 2 of them. So they taped. You might have heard of them. One was Steve Byrne. Like you've heard of
Oh yeah,
Steve Byrne.
yeah.
So it was Comedy Central Presents, and he came out beforehand and handed out CDs. And then there was another one with a guy named Rodman.
Okay.
And he was pretty good too. So we got to see that for free. So that was a lot of fun. So we got to see a little
Awesome.
Comedy Central, and we also went to some Fox News morning show or like afternoon show.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got like I tried to get tickets to like Conan or SNL, but those are really hard tickets to get to. But we ended up getting
Yeah.
it was like some afternoon Fox News show where they just have like a small audience of like 30 people in this one studio, but we got to get on
Yeah.
that. So we
Okay,
got to
nice.
see little tapings and things. So that was pretty cool. But
Nice.
yeah, those are some of my more memorable ones over the years.
Cool. Yeah. Like one of my big goals is just get out to the East Coast more because like the only place that I've been that's west of the Mississippi River is Florida.
Mhm.
I've never been anywhere else before. And when we went to, we just spent like way too much time at Disney. We didn't really like look too much else. We spent 5 days going to Disney, and then we went to Daytona Beach and St. Petersburg Beach for like a day each. But that's about it, though.
Well,
So.
when you're in Orlando, you can go not far and see like Cape Canaveral, where like NASA has the shuttles and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And then obviously there's some really nice beaches, along the ocean over there. And
Yeah.
there's some other cool stuff you can see. But yeah, like that's nice. I mean, a lot of the coasts of like Virginia are really pretty. New York City's fun to visit, but not really to live. It's fun to visit though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but West Virginia is actually really pretty. Like there's some good places to visit on the East Coast.
Nice. Because I basically like look in the West. I've been everywhere. Like I've been to pretty much every state west of the Mississippi, but that's it. So, but
Awesome.
But yeah. Let's see. I was gonna see. Oh yeah. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about a little bit because I have some pretty crazy stories, but so I want to talk about some of the best and the worst dates you've ever been on. So like if you don't have very much to share, that's fine because I got plenty of stories that can like take up a lot of time. But like for me, so I'll go first just with like some of my like crazy ones. So it's like starting with the worst ones. So like most of the time, like the worst ones, like it's just kind of how it goes. Like usually they're just one and done kind of things because once something crazy happens, you're like, all right, I'm out, I'm done. So like so I had the story about this girl that I did. She said she wanted to do something just like super low key. So I decided to just take her back to my place. And at the time I was living with my parents, and so we were like I just figured, well, my parents are gonna be there. It's not gonna, but like they go off and they kind of hang out in their room, and we can go over in my parents' TV room. We decided to just watch a movie, and well, I felt that I was kind of feeling like a little vibe from her. So like I was just just kind of stretched out and like oh, I'm feeling kind of tired. You mind if I lay on you? Like I was just kind of like trying to cuddle up next to her, and then like all of a sudden she just kind of clammed up and like got like really quiet all of a sudden. But like she didn't push me off of her though. She just kind of like rolled with it, and so we finished the movie, and then after the movie was over, she's like, "Take me home right now." I'm like, what do you mean? And like I thought we were having a good time. She's like, "No, take me home right now." I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on, and then so like it was a really awkward car ride all the way back to her house, and then I was trying to be like nice about it. I was like, I had a lot of fun. We should hang out again sometime. She's like, no, like after what you just tried to pull on me. I'm like, just tried to pull on you, like I literally like lean my head on your shoulder, and that's it. I didn't do anything else. She's like, no, like you literally tried to rape me in there. You tried to rape me in there, and I don't ever want to see you ever again. I'm like, what the frick? And like, okay, this girl's like batshit crazy. So no, this is not happening. Sorry, like I didn't do anything. Like no, that was like clearly. I didn't even like like touch her at all besides my head on her shoulder, and that's it. So yeah, so like that. But that was a pretty awkward one. But another date where I got food poisoning on the date, so like that was the reason that like made it horrible because remember that I was going to pick up this girl that I was kind of dating, kind of a little off and on sort of thing, and so I remember that when I left, I had some of this chicken dip in it. And I didn't realize that the dip actually had real pieces of chicken in it, and apparently it had been left out overnight. I didn't know, like I had no idea, and so I ate it, and then I went to leave. I remember I'm thinking like my stomach's feeling kind of funny, but it doesn't really hurt that bad, so I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna deal with it. It's probably just some indigestion or something, and so I go to pick her up, and then like I start feeling worse and worse, but then like I wanted to like see this girl, and I wanted to still go on the dates. I'm just gonna push through this, and so we ended up going up to this hot springs way up in the mountains. So we're like way up, like secluded in the mountains, and then like halfway up to this hot springs, like I just start like getting like deathly sick. Like my stomach is just.
Please don't tell me you had to go off and take a shit in the woods.
No. But I did have to throw up though. Like I probably threw up about 6 or 7 times on the date. But the girl, like she was super nice about it though. Like when she wanted to like continue on with the date, she's like, it's okay. Like it doesn't matter. Like we're already up in the mountains. We're gonna have fun. So we went to this little convenience store and went and got some Pepto to see if it would help. And like Pepto, for whatever reason, always makes me feel worse. It always makes me like immediately throw up. Like it always makes me like feel like way worse. And so I just immediately start like throwing up everywhere. Like I was like violently retching, just like throwing up so bad. This is like the worst like in memory that I can remember. Like probably like in the last 15 years. Like probably the most times that I'd thrown up. And so like yeah, just like the whole entire way on the way home, I had to keep pulling over like the whole entire time. It was just a nightmare. So yeah, so there was that one.
What you having salmonella wasn't a good date?
Yeah. No.
Okay. I thought that might be one of your more positive ones.
No. But then so there's a couple other ones. So like one of the other horrible ones was this one wasn't as bad, but it was still like pretty bad. So there's this girl that I dated that was recovering from cancer for a little bit, and so because of that, the way that she walked, she just walked like kind of like almost one that has like Parkinson's. She walked kind of shaky. She didn't have very good balance. Like some of the side effects from the chemo that she had. So we went to Chipotle, and then she brought her leftovers in the car, and like whatever reason she like had some kind of spasm or like I don't know what it was, but she literally like the whole entire container just like launches into the air, and it's literally like raining Chipotle in the car everywhere, rice and like the burrito everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like everywhere. It goes down the seat, it goes in like places you can't clean that up. It's just there. It's like permanent. I'm like, oh man. So like that was pretty bad.
You just have to go trade in your car.
Yeah, right. I get it like detailed where they have to like take out the seats in order to clean it or something. but then my last like horror story from dating is so I went on a double date with my friend Ben, and my buddy Ben was like kind of an odd guy. So like he was a band nerd growing up, like so was I, but at the same time like he did not know really how to act around women or around girls. He just acted super awkward, super weird. Did things that was like really kind of just really weird. Like yeah, like without saying too much because I don't want to out him out too much, but the story's out there though. Went to this party once. This isn't even the same story. This is like a totally like different one. Went to this party once, and he saw this girl that he thought that was hot. So he went in the bathroom to jerk off in the bathroom about this girl, and then he didn't lock the door, and someone walked in on him. So like that was really weird, really awkward. Yeah. So
way to out your friend on YouTube.
Yeah, right. But-
Jordan.
but-
Malcolm, if you don't know, Jordan back in
Yeah.
the day was kind of a dick in high school. We talked about this.
Right, yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
used to like
We
go
had a
from
whole
girl to
story
girl
about that.
in the
But the story-
dugouts, the baseball, and like just like
The story's out
you
there
know.
though. It's like everybody.
He was a miscreant in high school.
Everybody
I mean,
in my circle's heard all
it still
this.
makes you wonder why Edward would go to a party just to jerk off.
Yeah, right. Why would you go to a party to do that? I don't know, but
I
anyway,
mean, sometimes I guess you just got to take care of business wherever you are. I guess I don't know.
you're just feeling it, I
It's like-
guess. But
Yeah, you just
like
you got to get rid of it.
like at the party though, like it was really awkward because like when somebody walked in on him, and then for whatever reason they just like ran off and left the door wide open, so like me and all my friends could see him and like see what was going on. So he was kind of out in front of everyone. So yeah, it was really awkward. But
It's like in you ever see Grandma's Boy when he's jerking off in the bathroom to the doll and the mom walks
Oh,
in
yeah.
and he turns around and he's like, I can't stop. It feels so good.
yeah, I can't. Yeah. Yeah, but
Or even the story with George and Seinfeld. It's like, and she fell over, oh, George, my God. And he goes, did you catch her? You zip up. Well, I zipped up.
I zipped up. Yeah. But so this other time, so like years have gone by since this stuff. Like so, like when I thought that like he was gonna be a lot less awkward around girls. So we go on this double date, and there's this girl that was supposed to be my date that I was like really into. Like I was super into this girl. Like I had a huge crush on her. So like we're going on this date, and then we go to use my parents' TV room, and so the two girls sit down on like either end of our main couch, and then we have a little love seat off to the side. So like Ben, he just runs and like sits in between them. I'm just like all right, so I'm just gonna sit over here by myself. I get kicked to the curb over on the love seat or whatever, and so like I'm sitting over there, and then the next thing that I know, like I kind of hear some sounds kind of coming over from the couch, and I look over and I see Ben, and he's making out with one of the girls, but it's not his date. It's my date that he's making out with. I'm like, what the frick, man? Like you knew that I was really into this girl. Like what are you doing? What's going on? And like this is like maybe right after high
Ben,
school. Like
I was supposed to molest this girl in my parents' TV room, like
seriously.
the other girl. I was supposed to do that, not you. Okay, I wanted to molest another girl in the TV room, and you're ruining it.
That was meant for me,
All
right? Yeah. So, but apparently though, like this girl was not into Ben at all. Like he just, like long story short, like apparently he just kind of jumped on her and like started making out, and like when she didn't know what to do, she kind of just went with it because like it's almost like a girl like seriously really maybe being like feeling like she's being molested or something.
What's with
like
this
that,
your parents' TV room that makes people want to give unwanted sexual advances to these girls, dude? I think your parents should have roped off this room with caution tape and locked it down and banned you from ever going in there again. Like and put a sign on the door that says, if Jordan Anderson attempts to come in here, he's going to try to make out with you or rub your shoulder. Caution.
Listen, it wasn't even me though. This was Ben. So.
Well, whoever's in there, you must have bad vibes in that room, dude.
Yeah. Well, so like halfway through the movie, she just gets up and she leaves with her friend. And it's like, well, what's going on? So I start texting her, and so like they just met us over there, her and her friend. So like they just drove home together. So I started texting her. I was like, "What's going on? Like, what happened?" Like I look over and like you're making out with Ben. Like what's going on? And she's like, "That was one of the grossest things. Like, look, sorry, like he is not my type at all. I think he's like gross. He just like jumped on me. I felt really awkward and really weird. I had to get out of there. Sorry." And like she kind of had that like vibe to her of like someone who like seriously was just molested or something. Like, oh, it was really awkward. And so that made things kind of awkward between me and Ben. Because I'm just sitting at my parents' place with Ben, and like like, what the hell, dude? Like what was that all about? Thing. So like, it was really awkward. So yeah, that was another horrible dates, but I have had some
Malcolm,
really awesome.
Malcolm, do you have anything that tops that, or is that,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you know, a room where just all these
Anything?
awkward sexual encounters happen? You got anything like that?
No, I don't have a mysterious TV room yet.
Yeah,
Big set.
right. That's what I got out of the story, anyways. This room is like cursed. I don't know what's going on with that room.
There's only a couple stories like that. I just happened to just tell them all in one go, kind of. But,
Yeah.
but
Well, Malcolm, you had any awkward or bad dates
Yeah.
over the years? Anything like that?
and kind of weird.
Not
Anything
really.
weird?
Like, it's one of those ones. Like, I just do like the standard dinner and movie dates. Like, I mean, it's very rarely I would invite people over to mine unless like it's I'm a little further down. I mean, in the dating cycle, because it's one of those ones. Like, I don't want to invite someone over to my house straight away when I'm just starting to date them. I want to give it some time to see if it
That's
actually
a good
goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got you. Yeah, I don't have a lot of weird dates because I didn't date that much. I'm not like Jordan went on dates like every week, like and was making out with girls like every week for somehow. Like literally, if you listen to our thing about our high school stories, he was with a different girl like every week. Like I don't know how he pulled it off, but all those Mormon girls in Utah must have been like really horny. Like maybe I need to move to Utah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah. So I only ever went out with like 2 or 3 girls really, and each one was like only a couple of weeks before I met my ex-wife, but we were together for 7 years. But the only one I really had that's any interesting is I did date a girl who turned out to be a psycho for like a month, and I should have dumped her at the first red flag, Jordan, which was, and I remember specifically, it was the weekend that that Avengers came out, the first Avengers from 2012, and I remember because I saw it like twice that weekend because I went to the IMAX premiere and then I went another night to a different theater and saw it. And I got a phone call from her right before the movie started, but I kind of ignored it because the movie was starting. So I was just like, whatever, I'll call her back or whatever at some point. And she calls again and she calls again. And I was like, well, fuck, all right, well, I'll go in the goddamn hallway and pick it up. She was like, why didn't you pick up the phone? And I was like, because I'm in a movie. Like, I'm not going to pick up the phone in the middle of the movie. She's like, well, if you're going to date me, it has to be about me all the time. Like, don't ignore my phone calls. This was like, we've only been out once.
Oh, wow.
We've only been out one time. I immediately should have been like, okay, fuck off. But I was young and stupid, so I didn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, like total red flag. And then we were watching a movie or something at her apartment, and she made some comment, like somebody on the movie or something was like, oh, I'm going to get old with you or whatever. She looks at me and she goes, you want to get old with me, baby? And I was like, no. No, I don't know you like that. And another red flag was she would just like, she was like shuffling through all her bills and like her family problems, just being like, oh, I got this medical bill I got to pay. My parents got this medical bill because she found out like I had a good job and like a house and I had a car at the time. Like I was like I'm responsible and like, and just latching on to me. And like pretty much after like a couple of those conversations, I was like, yeah, it was really awkward, but I was like, yeah, I need to go and I'm not coming back. So when I leave here, that's it. Like I'm leaving, and no. And then she started sending me like these weird text messages, being like, I might just have to go over to your parents' house and tell them how much of an asshole you are. And I was like, if you fucking go near my parents' house, like I will put a restraining order on you and kick your ass. Yeah. And I was like, no. Like this girl was legitimately like psycho. We only went out like 4 times, like total, and she acted like we had been in some relationship for like 10 years. And yeah, so if you ever encounter that, yeah, run very, very fast, please.
Yeah. I had almost like a situation like that with this girl that I met online through like an online dating app, and through this app called Meet Me, and so she wanted to hang out, so I went to go and pick her up, and then she comes out to the car, but she comes out with a bunch of boxes. And I'm like, why do you have all these boxes? She's like, I cannot stay here anymore. I need to come stay with you. I cannot. I'm in a bad situation. I can't stay. I'm like, nope. So
nope.
like, I just like lunch for the car. I'm like, see you later. Just like, We put it in reverse and just took off out of there, which is a shame because she's pretty hot. But I mean, it's not worth that.
But the old adage goes, bro, you don't stick your dick in crazy. Just don't do it.
No,
because at that point, it's like the point of no return.
Yep.
You're muted, Malcolm. You're muted.
Oh.
I mean, you should have said, well, you can say my parents' TV room.
No, right?
Yeah.
Go stay in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jeez.
It was another state because it was another statement for my parents when that happened. But anyways, yeah. So I do have some stories from some really cool dates. Like I once took a girl on our first time date to a Goo Goo Dolls concert because they were doing a free Goo Goo Dolls concert for like the opening of like some huge like skyscraper. So the company for Boise, the company which was Zion's Bank, they had the Goo Goo Dolls come do a free concert. So I just called her up and like, hey, you want to go to a Goo Goo Dolls concert? And like I don't know, like if the girl would have actually gone out on a date with me, it would have been 50-50. But she's like, Goo Goo Dolls, yeah, I'm there. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah. But we did kind of have a little awkward thing beforehand because we went and saw that movie.
We did have this awkward thing, like before we went to the concert, we were like watching a movie in my parents' TV room, and then like it got really awkward, and then like it was really awkward at the concert.
Not take her there, no.
Okay. I was going to start out the same way.
No, but we did go see a movie. Went and saw that movie, The Monuments Men, and like I hated that movie. I think that movie just absolutely atrocious.
There's never been a movie with a more dynamic cast be so boring than The Monuments Men.
But she loved it though. Like she thought that it was great. So like afterward, she's like, "How'd you like the movie?" I was like, "That was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my entire life." And she's like, "What?" Like I absolutely loved it. I thought that it was great, but like in the end, we kind of realized, well, we're not gonna like make some huge deal or whether we liked or didn't like a movie. So like we just went to the concert and still had a good time, luckily. But yeah.
Well, you don't like war movies where people are trying to save paintings instead of people? It's not the most exciting thing? Oh, okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
I mean, that's a movie that I've been wanting to get around to watching at some stage, but I've just
if you want to.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well,
see that one.
It's one of those ones like I don't listen to people when they say, "I don't watch this. I didn't like it." So I always like to experience the movie myself.
You can watch it if you want to. To me, that movie, like the subject, would make a better documentary than a movie. That's what I would say. Like if they did a documentary about that, like these guys who like saved all these paintings, like it might be kind of interesting. Like the movie itself is just not terribly exciting. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. I could probably top that because one of the dates I went to last year, I think it was last year. It was, but we went to. My date wanted to go see the movie After We Collided, which is the sequel to the movie that's just called After, which was based on a really it's best way to put it is that like teenage 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Good. Underage 50 Shades of Grey. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, still just as
a lot of fun. Yep.
It's available on Netflix.
Yeah, right.
After. Oh, so after. Okay, I'm looking at After and followed by After We Collide. Okay, After We Collide.
Yeah, We Collide.
Okay.
And I believe there's a third one coming out this year called After We Fell.
After We Fell, yeah. Followed by coming soon. After We Fell. Huh. Interesting.
Weird.
Got the sister from of Catherine Langford, who was in 30 Reasons Why, and I think it's the son of Ray Fiennes. I'm not too sure what the relation is, but
right, yeah, Josephine Langford, and it's got somebody from True Blood, Stephen Moyer. Yeah, one of the main guys from True Blood. Okay. All right. They're available on Netflix if anybody wants to watch them. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hero. His name's Hero, Malcolm. Hero Fiennes.
Hero Fiennes, huh?
Hero Fiennes. Yeah, interesting. He's in one of the Harry Potter movies. He's Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he is. Okay. Oh, nice.
So the son of Voldemort is
that makes
also
sense.
in the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Son of Voldemort. Nice. But yeah, like for whatever reason, like whenever I like have really awesome dates, there's always like a tinge of something like that's not so great. I don't know what it
Well,
is,
Jordan,
but it's
I
like
hate to say this, but you might be the common denominator in that situation.
maybe so. I don't know. Like
Because if you've been on this many dates and
it
they
might
all
be.
are
Yeah.
awkward, you might be the common denominator. And it's like how Taylor Swift is constantly complaining about all these boyfriends she had, but yet she's the common thread in all the different bad relationships. So, like
Yeah.
Taylor, maybe it's you. That's the problem.
Well, the thing is, so like I always seem to end up with these bipolar women for whatever reason. When like I don't always realize it up front because with bipolar disorder, you have really high highs and really
Guys.
low lows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so it's like when be on the high. So like, so a little information about me. I was once engaged before, but we never ended up getting married. But the girl that I was engaged to, like, so she was bipolar, and like when she was having a good day, she like man, she was one of the like nicest, most fun, most amazing, most incredible people to ever be around. But when she's having a bad day, it's like holy shit, you want to avoid her like the plague. It's just like it really showed. But like so, but like we had so many really awesome dates. Like we had this date at a water park where like the whole entire day we were just laughing and just having like a great time, just like having so much fun. Like I just remember like. But she's one of those people that like when she's having high highs too. If she's in a relationship, she wants to do everything that she can to make the other person happy. So she wants to just like do all these nice things for him, go out of her way, all these things. But then when she has low lows, she just wants to sit in her bed and like cry and like complain and like be depressed and like not do anything. So it's just one of those things. But like we had so many awesome times. Like so when I proposed to her too, we had a really awesome date where we went on this family trip over to the Oregon coast, and she came with us. And then all my family, they knew that I was going to propose to her, so we went out on the beach right before sunset, and like all my family knew. But I told them, I was like, I'm going to go pop the question. You guys can't say anything, okay? We're going to go in private. We're going to do it, and then we'll come back and then we'll celebrate afterwards. And so we went out to this like really awesome secluded spot. The beach was a beautiful beach. It was right at sunset. But like when I proposed to her, like she like kind of didn't like say yes immediately. She kind of like oh okay.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good, bro.
Yeah. But then after she's like no. I'm so sorry. Like I had a really bad reaction. That wasn't right. I really want to marry you. Like that was a horrible reaction to have. I'm really sorry. I feel so bad. No, like absolutely, yes. I want to marry you. I'm kind of like okay, that was a really kind of weird reaction in like a really perfect area, perfect setting, and so we made it like probably like another 3 or 4 months, and then like she just decided for whatever reason because of the bipolarness, she just didn't want to be tied down, or she didn't want like whatever reason that she had, she just kind of completely changed her mind. So that was that.
She changed her mind after we watched this movie in my parents' TV room, and then she changed her mind.
Right.
Like it was just really weird. Like I don't know why she changed her mind. It was just very strange.
All goes back to the TV room, right?
It all goes back to the TV. That's what this episode should be called: Jordan's parents' TV room, and other stories.
But like some of the best days of my life with like any girl ever were with her, but then some of the worst were with her. So it's just really weird. But anyways, those are all my dating stories that I have for now that I care to share. So, but like one of the other things is so like this is just like a question I want to propose to you guys. If you guys could give people any advice from like anything that you've heard, anything that you learned in your life, you could give any advice to the world or like to a specific person, what would it be? And we'll start with Austin. What do you think?
Be reliable. That's what I would say. Be reliable, like through either my job or like between me and Jordan doing a lot of this like movie hero stuff on his channel. Like I try to be fairly reliable, in what we do. Like, and at my job, if you're reliable and dependable, in your situation, then it'll get you further when you need something extra. You know what I mean? Or when you need like a little leverage in something, like it'll go a long way, especially with like your higher ups or with your friends, like especially with friends. If you're dependable and reliable with your friends, if you're generous, like I try to be generous, especially with my friends, like one of the reasons me and Jordan has bonded is because like I've gone out of my way to like send him get us t-shirts and like send him t-shirts and send him movies and like try to be like a generous person, like try to be like a generous person. Like when Dagan, the guy who we popped up on the screen, like when we would go to movies, like I'd buy his movie tickets a lot, just like be like a good guy, just try to be generous. It'll go a long way, in life if you and make good impressions, make good first impressions too. That's always good.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. I would agree with all of that, because usually when you do a lot of that kind of stuff, people tend to want to do it back too. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're generous with people, they'll picking up tabs on, even it's just like picking up tabs on food, or just like being going out of your way to just offer them helpful things or what. Yeah, just whatever in life. Just try to be a good person. I don't think that's ever bad a thing,
Right.
just not be a bad person. Don't be a shitty person. Yeah, like that's out of this world advice. Don't be a shithead, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's really going out there, but like, don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah. But how about you, Malcolm? Do you have any advice you'd like to give?
I mean, it just boils down to the one advice that's called just don't be a dick. It's just as simple as. I mean, there's so much advice out there, but it's quite often when it comes to advice, like if it always depends on what they're asking for too, because like if they've got money problems, you're not going to say like for advice like just be reliable. The money will come to you if you're reliable. Which in a way it could work depending on how you phrase it, but it's like.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's simply just don't be a dick, because there's really nothing much else that you need to do, really.
Yeah, right.
Well, like Jordan, like this, like I can be a dick, but I'm not a dick, if that makes any sense. Like I can be like a sarcastic, like funny asshole, but like I'm not a dick. Like I'm a good like I'm a good guy. Like if I'm like roasting somebody or just like having a little fun, like ribbing people or whatever, like it's all in good fun, because if I didn't like somebody, I just wouldn't talk to you. And like I tell people that all the time, like especially at work. Like if I don't talk to you at all, that's when I don't like you. But if I'm joking around and like roasting you and just like being silly, like it just means like I enjoy like hanging out with you or whatever. Like I could be a dick, but never like in an asshole way. Like I try to be I'm a good guy. Like but I go out of my way to be like a generous dude to show that it's all in good fun and being silly. So yeah, don't be a dick. Like you can have fun, but don't be a dick.
Right. Yeah. For me, I got a couple of things. So like one of the things I always put down at the very bottom of the description of all of our videos, I made up a little quote. I don't really say it much. I just kind of leave it there for people to discover. But it says, "Never be afraid to let your favorite things be known. Oh, and always let your hero cape fly." So it's a little kind of motto for the Movie Hero channel. Kind of like just be yourself. Like don't ever be afraid to be yourself. And if people don't like who you are, then they're not meant for you. Then screw them. And just
screw them.
Just be yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like friendships and even relationships. Like you should never feel like you have to change yourself for other people. You just be yourself all the time.
Well, and I do have a quick story related to that, Jordan, is like how my ex and I, that were together for 7 years, how we kind of kicked it off is when we first went out to this coffee shop to hang out. We hung out for like 4 or 5 hours, and it was one of those things where I was just like, at the time I was like in my late 20s. I was just like, I just want to tell you straight up, like I don't want to pretend to be somebody I'm not. Like I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to be myself.
Yeah,
And like
right.
if you don't like it, that's cool. No hard feelings. Just say so, and we'll move on with our lives. You know what I mean? But like
Yep.
I'm not going to pretend to be like somebody I'm not. Like I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to be
Yeah.
myself. And I'm tired. Like I just and that's been my philosophy with like any friends that I've had too. It's just like I'm gonna be completely honest and real and just be me, and I'm not gonna pretend to be somebody I'm not. I'm too old for that shit. I'm not doing it anymore. Like that's some young stuff you do when you're a teenager. Like I'm not gonna pretend anymore. Like I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna say who I'm gonna say, and like that's it. That's probably why I don't get that far in my job. But like I say what I'm gonna say. That's fine.
Well, right, yeah, because like if you can't be who you want to be, I think in the long run
Mhm.
you're not really going to be happy in the long run. You're just not,
No, because you're
not.
gonna keep
So,
pretending. You
uh,
just got to be honest and be yourself and communicate that. So yeah,
yeah,
totally.
yeah. But a couple other things too is that they're like one big one. So like people who know me, like I like to speak my mind on social media. I post some political things like quite often, but it's like, but I think though that like a big important thing is that like people need to have compassion. Like I feel like if we just have compassion and even charity. I think charity was a big trait. Just like if someone like has a different belief than you, just try and have compassion and maybe see where they're coming from. I know it's something that I really need to work on. It's something that
Well,
I definitely want to be
what you
better
got to
at.
understand, Jordan, sometimes is think about it this way. Everybody has a different perspective of where they're coming
Yeah,
from. So it might be a whole thing where maybe somebody's passionate about something that you disagree with, but because they grew up a different way or just like have a different philosophy on life because of personal experiences, and they just might see things differently from things maybe they've encountered in their lives or their families encountered. That's one of the most important things is sometimes to hear people out from like their reasoning on why they
yeah,
believe what they believe, because like a lot of that
exactly.
stuff is like people just go to snap judgments and just assume things about people or just jump to some kind of conclusion or stereotype them or something, but they might be coming at it from like to them as a pretty reasonable perspective based on their experiences. And it's like it
Yeah,
just kind of is what it is. Like people, if they actually had, that's why I don't like engaging people online, like because when you talk to somebody long form, like face to face, you really get to know like where they're coming from on something. You can have a more
exactly.
reasonable
Yeah,
conversation. Like you can't have you know conversations online, just people don't want to like hear shit in like two sentences at a
yeah,
time, you know what I mean? Like they just don't want to
right.
hear it. But like
Yeah,
if you actually talk to somebody about something, like
you
you
talk
may
to them. Yeah,
even if you may not agree at the end, like you can come to an understanding of like where they're coming from.
yeah, yeah. Right. And well, another thing that I think kind of goes along with that is that too. Like for me, I think service is the big one for me. Like serving others and just find ways to like do kind and nice things for their people. Because well, for me, like whenever I do something nice for somebody else, there's no way I'm ever going to be unhappy doing it. Like if I'm doing something nice for someone, I'm always going to be happy. It's like I'm not going to
Hmm.
go and like do some really cool thing for like my wife or like a friend, like be like totally sad and miserable about it. I'm always going to be happy, and in turn, they're going to be happy as well. Just kind of like you say, you like to be generous, Austin. It's kind of like the same kind
Hmm.
of thing. If you're doing something nice for someone, like you're never going to be
Yeah.
be upset, and also well, just improves relationships too. Because like for me, so like one of the things that I've shared that I grew up in the Mormon church, so with a Mormon missionary. So like Mormon missionaries, we get paired up with just random companions while you're out in the mission field. So you're like forced to live with someone that you don't even know, and a lot of times you may or may not vibe very well with the person. So like I had a couple of people that like I did not get along with, like like at all. But we're both there for on the same purpose, and so like we just have to make the best of it. So like I had one companion that like I could not stand. Like he was a huge country cowboy guy. We didn't get along. Like he was a real stickler on the rules. We had a lot of rules when you're a missionary that you got to follow. And like I was just kind of like just kind of over it. And I just wanted to just kind of be myself. And like he wanted me to be a certain way. And that like just like I wasn't feeling it. we're vibing very well. And we fought all the time. Like we would argue like all this different stuff. But then one morning, we just decided that I was gonna get up early. I was gonna make him breakfast because we were living together. So I made him breakfast, and then I made sure that the whole apartment was just totally clean. And and then we went to the grocery store, and I paid for his groceries. That they made a huge impact like in our relationship. Like after that, we like totally got along. And we actually ended up being a really close friend, and to this day we're still great friends. And
yeah, man, we started holding hands across the street. We started showering together. I mean, we had a great relationship from then on.
Yeah. No, we weren't that close, but
oh, okay.
But like we ended up being pretty good friends. So I mean, we're not like best friends, but like we have an awesome relationship. Like we still keep in touch. So yeah. So like service, I think that's a huge one. And then if I can think of like one other thing too, is like this is a big one for me, but from a financial point of view, always be careful with your credit. Like for me, so like my dad. He has a master's degree in accounting. He's a CPA, but for whatever reason, he never really taught me the importance of like being careful with your credit. So like when I was like 18, 19 years old, I just started getting all these credit cards, and like I'm just like, I'll just pay it off later, and if I run out of money on this credit card, I'll just take out another one. And so like I had like 5 or 6 credit cards, and like I never paid them off, and the interest just started to accrue, and then got to the point where when I started to take it seriously, the debt was so huge that I was never able to pay all of them off. But luckily, in the United States, if you wait 7 years, then the debt would just go away. But so I actually had to do that for like 3 of them, and so yeah, but like really screwed me over. Like it made it tough to like qualify for like apartments, to qualify for any other credit card. Like even to this day, I don't even have a credit card because like my credit's so screwed up when I was 18 years old. So like just be careful, and also don't spend more than you have. Just like make sure that you never spend more than you have, unless it's something where you're really reaching for your like dream. Like if you're really trying and like shooting for the stars, maybe. But besides that, though, like don't ever spend more than you have. It's just it's not going to end up good for you.
Yeah. And also check your drugs and be careful with the hookers you sleep with. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Right.
Moving on. Oh, was that part of it? Oh, sorry. That was a different thing.
Make sure they've all been tested. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Right. Get tested. But let's play a game, Jordan. What do you say we play?
Yeah.
We vibing it up and let's play a game.
Yeah.
We got Malcolm here too. Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah. So I got this game I like to call the IMDb game, or if you're on Doug Loves Movies, but called it the Last Man Stanton game. But like basically how it works is so I have a list of the top 50 most popular actors right now at this point in time. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna name an actor, and then we have to go back and forth. We're gonna name movies from their filmography. So we just go back and forth. And we just go until we can't think of any more. The last person standing wins. So
yeah,
how it works.
We'll say the last person standing gets a point. Maybe we'll go to a couple points or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we can play to like 4 points.
Maybe like 4 or 5 points, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep track.
Yeah. So, but I already have the list up here. So, and we're doing it on the honor system. Like we're gonna trust everybody not to cheat. To just come up with it off the top of your hand.
My phone's here. I'm gonna set it down right here. Yep.
I'm not gonna make you hold your hands up like the Schmodown, but it's all in the honor system. But yeah. So the first name on the list that they consider one of the most popular actors working today is Tom Hanks. So we'll go to the movies of Tom Hanks. We'll go around the room and take turns, and last man
name a Tom Hanks movie. Okay.
Last man standing wins. So
all right. What order do we want to go in? Because we could switch it up each round. So maybe go clockwise one time and counterclockwise another time, something like that. Just to switch it up.
Do that, yeah. Yeah. For whatever reason, since whenever I'm the host, I like to go last for like all my shows. So
Okay.
So if you want to go first, Austin, we can just go clockwise.
Okay.
We can do that.
I'll get some obvious ones out of the way. I'll say Big for Tom Hanks.
All right,
And then
Malcolm.
we'll go to Malcolm. Any Tom Hanks movie?
Toy Story.
There you go.
And for this movie, sequels are a fair game. You can name sequels.
Yeah, we have another game where once you name one of the franchise movies, you can't name the sequels, but in this one, sequels count, so you can name sequels. Yeah. So if you want to get them out of the way, you can just get them out of the way.
Yeah, so I'll say Forrest Gump.
Okay. Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
All right. Do I dare say it?
Just
Toy
get
Story?
it out of the way. Why not?
Toy Story 4.
Okay. I'll say Sleepless in Seattle.
The Da
We also
Vinci
have to
Code.
What's
Yeah,
that?
and I will say-
Da Vinci Code? Okay, you said Da Vinci Code. Gotcha.
We'll say that you have to have the title exactly correct. Because I know in Doug Loves Movies, he's a stickler for getting the title exactly correct.
Right.
We'll do that here.
Especially
So-
if there's a subtitle. Those are always the
Yeah, the
tricky parts.
subtitle. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with The Road to Perdition.
Well, Malcolm said Da Vinci Code, so I'll say Angels and Demons.
Yep.
I'll close it off with Inferno.
All right.
I never saw that one. I never saw that one.
I mean, neither. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read both of the books though.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good books, but let's see. I'll go with The Post. One of his more
Okay.
low key ones.
I'll say You Got Mail.
Ooh.
I'm going to take a risk here. Hopefully, I've got this right. The Man with the One Red Shoe.
Yeah, that's
that right?
That's correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of his
All right.
one of his first early movies back in like '81
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, it was very early. Yep.
I'll go with The Burbs.
The Burbs. Okay. I'll stay in the '80s and go Bachelor Party.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Malcolm.
Do cameos count?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Cars. Woody Car.
Oh yeah.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, that one actually counts. Yeah.
No, cameos count. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like if we said Bill Murray, you could say like Zombieland or whatever. Yeah, it counts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta go with. I'll go with an obscure one. I'll go with Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
Okay. Yeah. I'll stick with the '80s and go Joe versus the Volcano.
Ooh.
Mhm.
All right, Malcolm.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Good one. There you go. Good one. Yeah, little
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers. Okay, good one. Recent.
Let's see. Oh, I'll go with Cloud Atlas.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'll keep going with '80s and I'll go The Money Pit.
Oh yeah.
Don't think this has been said yet. Catch me if you can.
No, it hasn't been said yet. That's a good one.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Him and Leo.
I'll go with Greyhound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apple exclusive Greyhound.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Okay.
Apple exclusive, but it still counts.
I'll just stick with the '80s like I've been doing. I'll say Dragnet.
Okay.
The Terminal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple of movies that I can think of, but I can't think of the title.
You're farting on the name. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Well, if you can't think of it, just try to move on to another one. Don't dwell on it.
Oh, Captain Phillips. I'll go with that.
Okay. All right. I'll stick with the '80s still, and I'll say Turner and Hooch, now a TV series on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I heard it's surprisingly good from what I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get on to watching it eventually. It's Elf Monsters at Work.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to go for this. I just hope you're not too much of a stickler for the title. I'm just going to say Borat subsequent movie form and hope you don't want me to say the whole subtitle.
No.
We'll see. Let's see hear what it is, and
we'll give it to
see.
you. Yeah.
What is it?
He said the Borat subsequent movie film is what he said.
As I said, I don't know the title well enough to say the full of it. If I go out on this, I don't.
Oh,
care.
right. Oh, yeah, the Borat sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, it is more commonly just called Borat subsequent movie form if you look at some titles.
Oh, right. And
Yeah.
unlike
I mean, it's
which was the original was what Borat glorious movie film for make benefit, glorious nation of Kazakhstan, something like that. Yeah, right. Okay, all right.
What was the real subtitle for the sequel though? Like it's something funny. Like
it was something super long. It was long, like it was longer than the first one.
Something about pornographic monkeys and Mike Pence. I know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
About Mike Pence. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was like twice as long as the first one. That was the joke. Yeah.
Yeah. But shoot, let me see. I'll go Bridge of Spies.
All right. I'll go with his other Oscar win of Philadelphia.
Ooh, okay.
I'm surprised this one hasn't been said yet. Apollo 13.
Apollo 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, am I starting to run out?
Starting to run out. I got a few more. Might come down to me and Malcolm.
Well, there's like one that I can see in my head, but I can't pull the title. I don't know. So, I'll go with the Lady Killers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say the one where he's on the scooter called Larry Crown.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Weird
The
Green Mile.
That's the one that I was trying to think
of. There you go.
I couldn't pull the title. Oh, okay. Shoot, I might be done. I don't know. Let me see. What about The Circle? Was he in that movie? The Circle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Right.
The weird social media movie. Yeah. Okay. I'll say a movie that you should have thought of already, Jordan, because you just watched it, called A League of Their Own.
Oh yeah, true. Should have thought about that one. All right, Malcolm. Ooh, I just thought of one. That's good.
I got a few more in the
Polar
chamber.
Express.
Oh, that's what I just thought of.
Gosh, too bad.
Man. Oh, let's see. I don't know. There's got to be some more like 80s or 90s ones in there. I know it. I'm just. Oh, anyone say Sully yet?
Nope.
You said Sully, yeah.
Yeah, you can say Sully. I'll say a fairly obvious one that hasn't been said yet. How about Castaway?
Oh yeah. Castaway.
Yeah, I'm out. I can't think of any.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Malcolm's out, so it comes down to me and Jordan. All right.
I might be out too. Maybe we'll see.
I got one more. I can secure the win if you can't think of any.
That thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
Got that.
Okay. I'll say an obvious one that nobody said
yet. Which is why I didn't say it.
Oh yeah. Nope, it hasn't yet.
How about this obvious one that nobody said yet? A little movie called Saving Private Ryan.
Oh man, Saving Private Ryan. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm out. I can't think of anything.
All right.
You got any more?
I would. I don't know. Do I have to name another one to secure it?
No, but
All right.
we can.
I'll
If
name
you
one
want
last one to secure it. A Hologram for the King.
Oh yeah, there you go.
A really shitty movie that came out a couple years ago. All right, I get the point for that
All right.
round. All right.
Got
Yeah,
the
but
point there.
ones I can't believe I forgot. Use of the World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
News of the world.
Africa. Saving Mr. Banks. I'm surprised no one said.
Saving Mr. Banks.
Oh.
Yeah, we're on a Mary
Yeah.
Poppins vibe. I should have thought of that one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, next actor on the list may not have quite so much. Oh, well, the page decides to crash, but I don't know who it is. The next one on the list will be Chris Hemsworth movies, so it may not be quite as many for
well,
Chris Hemsworth.
not quite as many once you get all the MCU movies out of the way.
Yep.
Right?
But they all
Jordan's
count.
gonna name, they all count. So I guess all right. So so I went first last time, so we'll let Malcolm go first, and we'll go around. So Malcolm, Chris Hemsworth.
Let me try to start. I mean, I'm going to start with this one because an American shouldn't say this one. Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 12 strong.
Thor.
Yeah. Yep.
Just plain Thor.
Let's not go with the most obvious
Vacation.
one here. Yeah.
Oh, Vacation. Yeah, that shitty reboot.
I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters, but I don't know if they call it Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's the new one, so I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters.
No, it was just called Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people call it Ghostbusters 2016, but I mean, the official title we look at the movie poster is just Ghostbusters. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thor: The Dark World.
Yep.
Rush.
Ooh, nice.
Good one.
I'll go with one of the more obscure one. I'll go with Black Hat. There you go.
Well, I'll go early in his career and say Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep.
All right. We'll go Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Just gonna go down the line.
Yeah, why not?
Infinity War.
Yep.
Yeah, just do it, Jordan. Just get it out of the way.
And Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, there you go. I
Fat
think
Thor
that's
for the win.
I think that's most of the ones he was in, pretty much.
Yeah.
So from there, I'll go with Red Dawn, the remake.
Ooh. Yep. It's getting tough because he doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Too many other movies, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think this has been said, so I'm probably going to go out. The Cabin in the Woods. I think it's
You said The Cabin in the Woods.
You said,
yeah. Oh, I know.
Because I was going to say it, but you had already said it. Oops.
Yep. I don't know.
All
I don't
right.
think of too many more.
I don't know if there's that many more, honestly.
I'm going to go, now that I'm out, I'm going to go to his IMDb.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
He can fact check us. Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be at least one other MCU movie that he's been in. There's got to be.
Probably. We're probably missing one.
No, he wasn't in that one. Shoot. Oh, there's one I was gonna say, but no, he's actually not in it.
Oh no.
I
was trying to think if he did like a cameo in any of his, in the other ones. You know what I mean?
There is at least 4 more. I'll get to keep going down.
Okay.
Oh, Okay.
Well,
It must be like a post-credit scene or like a cameo in some of the movies or something. It's got to be, right?
would a post-credit scene count?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah.
not yet. Well, actually, there is another one that he's in. There is a post-credit scene he was in.
Oh, well, yeah, I gotta think of which one.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot about the post-credit scene, which I should, because when you work in a movie theater, you end up seeing those post-credit scenes over and over and over. But because it was an usher, and I go at the end of the movie to clean. Yeah. But
Yeah.
let's see. I don't know. No, like really, like.
But yeah, all in all,
Yeah, at
there's
least 2
10.
more.
There is 10 more movies that hasn't been said that he was in.
Really?
Oh wow. I think I got 2 or 3 of them maybe, but I don't know if I have
Really?
like 10. I got a couple. Yeah, I got a couple.
The only other thing that I can think of that he was in was that like Crocodile Dundee commercial for like Australian tourism or something. Yeah, but I
don't think that one counts.
Else. Yeah.
Come on, Jordan, you can do it. Which post-credit scene was he in?
I don't know. But yeah, it would have had to have been in some other kind of action movie or something like that. Like I feel like he was in some other kind of weird kind of B.
See, I had thought I had to take it back because his brother was in that Expendables movie, but it wasn't him.
Oh,
Liam.
it wasn't him, huh? Yeah.
No, that was Liam.
Weird that they would use Liam. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. He was a random sniper.
Yeah. I think I'm out. I can't think of anything.
Well, I'll secure the win with Snow White and the Huntsman. I can't believe I remember that one.
Oh.
He's the Huntsman.
But other movies he was in, Extraction.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Jordan, he was in that Men in Black movie, International, the most recent one.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Reboot. Bad Times at the LOL. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, he was a post-credit scene in.
Oh yeah. That's a
yeah, with the umbrella.
He was also in Huntsman, Winter's War, in the Heart of the Sea.
On the Heart of the Sea.
And apparently he was actually in Star Trek Into Darkness as well.
Oh, maybe in like a flashback or something? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't remember him, but
see.
Oh.
See, Jordan.
And there was a few random ones which are probably you wouldn't know anyway because I think they might
Jordan,
have been straight.
You could have offered me $1,000 to try to name that Snow White sequel, and I would have never come up with the Huntsman Winter's War ever.
Really?
There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
I would have never come up with that damn title.
Yeah,
No
I mean, when you were
way.
talking about the end credit scenes, I was so tempted to say, think about who else was in Ragnarok.
Yeah. True. Yeah. True. But
that's right. He shows up with the umbrella or whatever. They have that scene. Him and Doctor Strange. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, the next actor on the list is going to be Tom Cruise movies.
Well, that's a lot. All right.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah,
that's a lot. So there's a lot to pick. Kind of like Tom Hanks. There's a lot to pick from a long career, 40-year career.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Very long career. So.
Well, don't go down the Mission Impossible road unless you know the subtitles, Malcolm.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of subtitles on that one.
Yeah. Well, we'll let the winner
start with you,
first,
Jordan.
So. Okay.
Oh, you want me to go first? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we switch the order? We'll go me, then Jordan, then Malcolm. We'll go the other way to mix it up a little bit. So I'll just say I'll start off the train and go Mission Impossible.
All right. Well, I'll go Mission Impossible 2.
Mission Impossible 3.
And see, here's where it gets tricky. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Ooh. And then Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah. Yep. All right, that's it. They're all off the table now. That's it. No, we don't have a title for the new one yet. All right, I'll go way back to one of his first movies, and I'll say Taps.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll go with a movie kind of in a similar vein. I'm going to go A Few Good Men.
I'm going to go for a similar vein to that. Top Gun.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you can't say the sequel hasn't come out yet. You can't say Top Gun Maverick. It's not out yet. All right. Well, I'll go. I'll go a movie he had a famous comedic role in. I'll say Tropic Thunder.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Minority Report.
I'm going to go to a movie he filmed in New Zealand, The Last Samurai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good one. I'll keep going. I'll keep going back in the time machine, and I'll say The Outsiders.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll go with Rain Man.
Show me the money, Jerry Maguire.
Hey, all right.
There you go.
I'll go with a very famous one called Risky Business, where he broke out.
Ooh. Yeah. I'll keep it in the 80s, and I'll go with Cocktail.
There you go.
A movie he was nominated for a Razzie for.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I think he was in this, Lions for Lambs.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's like a 3-story movie. He's like the senator or whatever, and like going back and forth with the reporter.
No, I know that. I just couldn't remember if it was him or Tom Hanks.
No, he was in Lions for Lambs. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'll go with a movie he's completely miscasting called Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah. Certain movies that I'm like singing my head, but I can't pull the titles again for whatever reason. He has like tons more, so I gotta pull one. We'll go with The Firm. Was he in The Firm?
Yeah, he was in The Firm.
Yeah,
pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for a movie with a title of something that's physically impossible to do. Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. There you go. A movie where he had to do 100 takes of him walking through a door. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because Stanley Kubrick is a madman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with Born on the 4th of July.
All right. I'll go with Magnolia. Now I'm starting to think of a few. All right.
All right.
It just took me a minute.
Hopefully this is the title I'm thinking of. Far and Away.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. All right. More recent one called American Made, where he's running drugs.
That's one of the ones that I could see in my mind, but
it's a weird title. It's called American Made. Yeah, it's a real strange title for that movie. But called American Made.
Well, surprisingly enough, he is not a maid in that movie, right?
No. No.
Yeah. Well, I'll go with Vanilla Sky. I think that I have one. I don't know. I got a bit of a risky poll coming up.
For some reason I can't think of a lot of his recent ones. It was not Mission Impossible.
Yeah. What has he done that's not Mission Impossible recently? Not much.
I mean, I think this has been said. I'm going to say it anyway, just in case. Minority Report, but I think it's been said.
Yeah, Jordan said it already.
Yeah.
Malcolm's out again. All right.
Awesome.
I will say the other franchise, sort of, Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just
I'd say
couldn't
that-
reach for that title.
Yeah, right. It's a little too far.
I'd say the sequel if I actually knew the subtitle.
I know the subtitle. I'm going to say it.
I know the subtitle. I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to give any points away.
I know. Don't give it to Jordan.
I don't know it, so so I got to go with all the right moves. Was he in that? I think. Right? Wasn't that him?
Malcolm, fact
I will get
Fact
that
check.
up.
Fact check
Football
that.
movie. With Tom Cruise is in a football movie.
I don't know. Malcolm, I have to fact check that real quick for us.
Yeah. All the
I've
right
never
moves.
heard of that. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't remember
Pretty
if he's
sure.
in it or not.
Pretty sure that's like one of his '80s ones. So. I remember right.
All the right moves is correct.
Yep.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
All right.
All right. All right. Well, I'll say Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Oh,
What a stupid title! What a stupid title!
Yeah, and that is a stupid title. No wonder I couldn't.
It's a really stupid title.
Tom Cruise. I'm starting to run out.
No.
Oh, there's definitely some I'm kicking myself that I didn't get.
It's gotta be more like action ones that he's in.
Probably.
I don't know. I might be out. I don't know. I'm close.
I'm close to being out, but I've got two more in the chamber. So I got two more.
Oblivion. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll say Legend.
Shoot. There's one that well, can I say one of the alternate titles for one? Because there's like one that I know, but I only know the alternate title.
We'll see if I accept it. I don't know.
Oh.
You can go for it.
I don't remember the title, Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, okay. Edge of Tomorrow, live, die, repeat,
Live,
whatever.
Die, Repeat, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think for that one, you really had no choice to do live but die if it doesn't accept answers.
Yeah, right.
Just because it's all over the place, it's both known as both. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
I will say, how about this one? Austin Powers in Goldmember.
He's in that?
Remember, he's in the opening where he plays
Austin
Powers in the opening within the opening.
Oh, yeah. Austin
He's like
Powers.
fake Austin Powers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
he pulls off the shades and he's like, "Yeah, baby." He's playing the fake Austin Powers.
I'm not going to say one of the other people in that opening scene because it might give a hint to another one. So.
Oh right. Yeah.
There's gotta be like at least one more like war movie that he's in. I feel like I just can't think of it. I feel like there is, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I think I'm out. I can't think of anything.
All right. Somebody's gonna get some points soon, or I'm gonna dominate this thing to the end.
I know, right? Seriously. Step it up.
I was about out, and then my Goldmember one was like my last pull. That was like my desperation move.
But yeah, other ones that he was in that I'm surprised weren't said. The Mummy.
Fucking that movie. Yeah, that movie sucks.
Rock of Ages.
Oh yeah, okay.
Night and Day. Valkyrie.
Night and Day. Oh my god.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
War of the Worlds is one of my favorites. I'm an idiot.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie was one of the other war movies I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Color of Money.
Yeah, I just watched that.
And his very first one, Endless Love, which may or may not be known one, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I never.
All
heard
right.
of
Well,
that.
Jordan, give us one or two more, and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah. Well, give us another
Okay.
one with a big filmography.
We'll go with this one. With Dwayne the Rock Johnson. How about that?
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So do you want to go?
All right. So
Go back the other way. Want to go back?
I went first last time, so let's start with Malcolm, and then we'll go to Jordan. And Malcolm
Okay.
go first on this one.
Okay.
well, I'm going to start with You're Welcome, Moana.
Yeah.
Moana. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna kick it off with maybe one of his first movies, The Scorpion King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with his actual first movie called The Mummy Returns, before The Scorpion King.
True. Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
let's see.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Mm.
Yeah. Go Jumanji the next level.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with Jungle Cruise in theaters now.
Yeah, true. It is in theaters now.
So it counts.
Just
It's in
came out.
theaters.
Came out last Friday. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Skyscraper.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with Pain and Gain.
All right. I'll start this train. I'll go with Fast Five.
Yeah. You gotta remember the subtitles,
Yeah, right.
or like whatever title they use, the weird titles.
Yeah, right.
Um,
I got him.
First of all, I'm going to say what it was known over here for me, and then I'm going to say the extra role, but it was known as
Okay.
Welcome to the Jungle, also known as The Rundown.
Okay.
Weird that it has the same subtitle as the Jumanji movie. They just use
Yeah,
I
the
know.
rundown. Welcome to the jungle. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like dates earlier, like this is like a 2-second story, but I met a girl just randomly in a movie theater. And we went and saw the rundown. We actually ended up dating for a while. I just met her. She was randomly walking through the movie theater. But anyway,
Rundown's kind of an underrated movie. It's kind of good.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, I don't go back to it a lot, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Hobbs and Shaw. Go with the obvious one.
Okay. I'll go with Fast and Furious 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with I hope he was in this. Fast and Furious 7.
Technically, that's not what it's called, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Well, Fast and Furious 7, Furious 7.
Furious 7, you got it. I know. I can't blame you for that one because those titles are so fucking goofy
Well,
at this point. It's like,
yeah.
what are you
I
doing?
mean, it's one
Yeah.
of those ones like over here. They were just known as Fast
Oh
and
yeah, no, I'll
Furious
give it to
5.
you. I'll give it
Yeah.
to you. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Good. All right, Jordan.
I want to say the 8th movie, but the thing is, I don't even know if he was in every single one, and also too, I don't know the exact name of it because it's quite some obscure.
Well, then
like,
just go with
version
something
of
else.
it.
I'll say it. I'll say it. It's okay. I'll say it.
Okay.
He was, but I'll say it.
I'll go with Walking Tall.
I'll say The Fate of the Furious.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't in number 9. I probably shouldn't say that, but it's giving away something. But
Yeah.
I mean, I will say he was not in that one. But I'm going to go with Skyscraper.
It was already said.
yeah. I think you said
Yeah, but it's okay. But we're this far in the game. I want to keep Malcolm in it, so he can. I'll give him a chance to say another one.
All right.
Let's give him a chance to say another one. Just this time. I'll give him a chance.
We're kind of running out of movies already.
Oh, I got plenty. I got a ton.
The one I was actually thinking about, which also starts with S. San Andreas.
There you go. There you go.
San Andreas, and then I'll go with Fighting with My Family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go with Gridiron Gang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'll be in our football episode.
Yep.
T-Ranker fights. Mm-hmm.
I have one, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I'm out, so I can't think of anything.
Okay. That's okay. Malcolm get a good effort. All right, Jordan, what do you got?
Ballers
No
does not
ballers.
count.
Not ballers. There's no ballers in the movie, so no, you can't say that.
Yeah. Ballers the movie. Yeah, right. No.
Well, there's no movie yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's the
Can't
Rock.
say anything nothing in development. We can't say that doesn't count.
Was
Come
he in
on,
the
Jordan,
movie
you got
Fa-
this.
Was he in the movie Faster?
Yes.
Okay, Faster.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah. He was also in a very dramatic film called Snitch.
Oh yeah, Snitch. Oh. And that might be my last poll that I had because I kind of pulled that out of left.
Come on,
field.
Jordan.
Uh,
I'll give you a hint. Because I want you to stay in. Think about his kiddie Disney movies. Can you think of any of those?
oh yeah, there you go.
I'll give you a little pull because I got some other ones. So you go ahead.
There's the Tooth Fairy. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, there you go. That's Tooth Fairy, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll give you a hint for that one. I'll say The Game Plan.
Okay. Well, there goes my other poll. The only other one. Oh. I'm thinking of one, but I can't think of the name of it. Oh. Give me a second. And talk amongst yourself for a minute.
I mean, after looking at some of the ones I forgot, I can't believe I've forgotten some of the ones I forgot.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of.
Right.
There's only one more I can think of, and I can't pull the name, but I know what it is.
Oh, I mean, it hasn't come out, so I don't mind saying this. Apparently, he's got a cameo in Free Guy that's coming out soon.
Oh really?
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. Let's see. Man. Well, I can't pull the title of the one I'm thinking of, so I'm gonna have to be out. But I can describe you what I'm thinking of.
I've got 4 more. You want me to just rattle them off and see if Malcolm's looking at them?
Well, the one I was thinking of was the one where he's with Kevin Hart, and they're like two kind of undercover cops or whatever.
It's called Central Intelligence.
Yeah, that's right. Central Intelligence. That's what I was trying to think of.
Well, here's some other ones that I'll name them before Malcolm looks it up. Be Cool. We got Get Smart.
He's in Be Cool.
Yeah, Be Cool.
Yeah.
He has an afro. He's got like a little afro. Yeah.
Oh,
he's in The Other Guys.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning?
Yeah.
He's in.
I was just about
He's
to say
in
that.
Reno 911 Miami, the Reno 911 movie.
He is?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's on the beach. He gets blown up by a grenade.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Yep. Nope. He's in that movie.
But yeah.
Mhm.
Other ones he was in is Rampage, Baywatch,
Baywatch. Stupid.
Hercules.
Hercules. Oh my
Some
god.
direct-to-video film Empire State.
Right.
G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Franchise Viagra. That's right.
Yeah.
Journey to the Mysterious Island is apparently in.
See, I remember Journey 2, but I couldn't remember the subtitle on that one. I was like, is it called like Journey 2, The Journey Continues? I was like, what the hell is that movie called?
It was in Why Did I Get Married To?
Really?
It was an uncredited cameo, but he was in it. But True Fury, Planet 51, Race to Witch Mountain, The Game Plan.
Race to Witch Mountain was that other Disney third Disney movie. That's right.
Yeah.
It was in the classic video game movie Doom.
Oh, Doom.
Right.
Yeah.
He was in a movie called Long Shot, which came out the same year as Mummy Returns.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
He's got a pretty big. He's done a lot in the last 20 years, man. He's been a busy man.
Yeah.
He's a busy
been
man.
like
And he's got 4 movies in production at the moment.
Right.
there's so many different projects. You might like literally either him or Kevin Hart. We've got to be the like hardest working people in show business. I feel like.
Mhm.
One of those two.
I completely forgot he had a cameo appearance in Hannah Montana.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Funny. Should know that because of my younger sister. She watched all that stuff. So. But
Hey, Jordan, how about we do one last one, and let's let Malcolm pick just to give him a chance to maybe do really well. You want to pick any actor or one of your favorite actors? Want to pick somebody? At least somebody with a big IMDb. At least somebody with a lot of movies.
Well, like nothing too obscure, like a Jackie Chan.
Yeah, nothing obscure.
Right. They're all like Chinese movies.
I mean, I was thinking slightly evil and going to pick Timo Morris.
Oh yeah.
Tamara Morrison.
Yeah.
No. Episode
I'm
2.
out already. Yeah. Sorry, I'm already out.
Yeah, right.
Know what? I'm going to go Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes. Oh boy.
Ooh. It might be.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Kind of tough because he has a lot of movies that aren't like my normal genre of movies I watch.
Mhm. Yeah.
Who's first then?
We'll switch. We'll let Malcolm go first, and then we'll switch the order. We'll go him to me, and then to Jordan. We'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going to get this one out of the way just because it's right behind me. Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Okay.
I don't know which ones he's in because I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I know he's in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. For sure. I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah.
I'd be guessing at that point. I don't want to guess.
Well, man, I'm gonna go with the Spectre. Go with that.
Yep.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, true.
Skyfall.
Let's see.
I don't think he's in all of those Craig movies. I think he'd go a little further back. I think
those
later.
were the only.
I think those are the only two.
I think he was introduced in Skyfall because that's when Judi Dench was killed.
When she was killed, yeah. Yep.
Well, not a lot that I know of him. I'll go with Schindler's List though. I know than that.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Malcolm will have to confirm it if he's actually in it, but I'll just guess Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
He is. I don't think he's in that one.
Is he not in that one?
Is he not? Well,
no, because that one delves into Voldemort's backstory, but I mean, it's one of those ones that because I'm still in it, I can't really go back and check it.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I've got another one in the chamber, but I wasn't sure, but I guess I'm not. That's fine. Okay.
I mean, if you want to go for the other one,
but the other one might be my last one, anyways, because he said Schindler's List, but I'll say Red Dragon. He's the Red Dragon.
Yep. He's the Red.
Red Dragon. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. No, too many others I can pull out. Oh. No, just thought of one. The Constant Gardener, because you know how I know that? It's because where I used to live, I had a friend who was from Kenya, and it's a movie all about Kenya. So he's in The Constant Gardener.
All right.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
All right. I'm out. I don't have any more. I'm done. So I'll be the fact checker because I'm done. I'm out. Red Dragon was my last pull, so yeah, I'm out.
Well,
I'll fact check. Damn, he's got 83 credits on IMDb. Holy shit, there's gonna be a lot that we're gonna miss.
all of them are going to be just kind of like obscure British movies, though.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with the Harry Potter movies that I know that he's in. I'll say Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
I literally just
He
said
said
that.
Goblet of Fire.
You just said that one? What?
Yeah, he did.
I thought
Yeah,
you
he
said
did.
like Half-Blood Prince. Oh, that was Austin.
That was what I said.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I,
guess.
I
that's
see
it,
Goblet
right?
of Fire just before Austin went out.
Yeah.
Well, I probably wouldn't have been able to name too many other ones anyway. So, that's
Um,
a point for Malcolm,
just
right?
yeah, because just as a secure moment, he was in The English Patient,
Yes,
so I
he
believe
was.
he was nominated for an Oscar for it. I think.
Mm-hmm.
It probably was. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Will you go one more, or do we wrap it up there and give you the win, Austin?
I mean, I've already got enough points, but if you want to do another one to try to get Jordan, Malcolm got a point. Let's see if we can get Jordan a point. Jordan, how about you pick somebody you think you can win on? How about that? And see if you can at least get you a point.
Oh, I mean, I can't believe one franchise we completely forgot the Lego movies. He was in Lego Movie 2 and Lego Batman,
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
Alfred. He's Alfred. Yeah.
and he was
I
also
looked it
in
up.
Doom.
He's in Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans. He plays Hades. Oh
Oh
man,
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't have ever remembered that though. But yeah, okay. Well, Jordan, how about you pick one you think you're super confident on, and we'll see if we can get you a point here. One you know a lot.
One I know a lot. Then we got to go Adam Sandler.
Okay, Adam, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you go first, so you can pick Adam, and we'll go Adam, Malcolm, and then me. All right. So let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna start with the beginning of his career. I'm gonna go Overboard.
It's called Going Overboard, but
Oh, Going Overboard. You know what I meant.
he loses.
You know what I
He
meant.
loses on the first one.
No,
Overboard was Overboard's the Kurt Russell movie, and then they remade it with what's her name?
And
You
the
gotta count it,
Ferris.
though.
Yeah,
I'm still in it.
it's okay.
Right.
It's okay. I'll give it to you though, just to keep you in. But it's funny that you shot for it and you missed it on the first one.
Going Overboard.
That's okay.
Going. No one remembers that part of the title.
Yeah. All right. All right, Malcolm. I'll give it to you though, just to keep you in. All right, Malcolm.
Okay.
Adam Sandler.
What I'm going to go for his most recent one, Uncut Gems.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Happy Gilmore.
Yep. I'll go with Billy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
The Waterboy.
The Wedding Singer.
I'll go with Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kick this off with one of the only franchises he was in, Hotel Transylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania too.
I'll try and go for the sequel, but isn't there some kind of subtitle eventually?
Not with Hotel Transylvania 2. I think there's one for the third one, which one I can't remember.
Yeah.
Not for the sequel. The first Hotel Transylvania 2 is just Hotel Transylvania 2.
Yeah. We'll go with That's My Boy.
Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I'll go 8 Crazy Nights.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with 50 First Dates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Hubie Halloween.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I'll go Mr. Deeds. Yeah, I'll go Mr. Deeds.
Right. I'm gonna go with Pixels.
I'm gonna go for the ridiculous 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, after those goofy spy movies you made, I can't remember what the hell their titles are on Netflix.
Yeah.
The one with
Yeah,
David
it's
Spade,
kinda-
who the
yeah.
fuck knows who that is? Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I'll say The Longest Yard.
All right. I'm gonna go with the cobbler.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with Murder Mystery.
Mm. Blended.
Ooh, yeah, that movie's bad.
Yeah, that movie's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, we're going with bad movies. We'll just go Jack and Jill.
Hmm.
May as well.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta go with it. Just go with it.
Yep.
Just go for it. Yep.
Just go with it.
Yep. All right. I'll say Punch Drunk Love.
Okay, well, this one's gonna give someone a free pass, but I'm gonna go with Grown Ups.
Grown Ups too.
Yep.
How about Rain Over Me?
Yeah. How about You Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Murder. Shit.
You said that already. It's okay. We'll catch yourself. You said
Yeah.
that already. Give me
Well,
another
yeah,
one.
you know, I know that.
You caught yourself, so yeah, you
Mhm.
keep going.
It's okay. You caught yourself.
Bedtime stories.
There you go.
I'll be back. I'm just gonna check on my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
No worries.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll say Click.
Ooh, that was one I was thinking of. All right. I got to go with Funny People.
There you go. We'll have to let Malcolm know which two we said so he doesn't say them when he gets back.
Yeah, right.
So we may have to put it on pause for a second.
Are they making a Hotel Transylvania 4, I feel like?
I
Like
think
it's in
they're doing
production, I thought.
it's like a spinoff or something. I think that they're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to let you know, Malcolm, it's your turn. We'll let you know the two we said so you don't say them. I said Click, and Jordan said Funny People.
There's definitely something I'm forgetting. I just can't think of anymore.
I'm gonna get some of his cameos.
I got a couple of his cameos. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're up, Austin, right?
Well, he didn't. Malcolm hasn't said anything yet, has he?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I really can't think of anything more.
Is he out? Okay, he's out.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, Jordan. Let's see what you can do.
Okay.
All right. I'll go way back with Airheads.
Ooh. Nice one. I'm gonna go with Spanglish.
Oh, that reminded me of one. Men, Women, and Children. That weird,
That's
that
an
weird
obscure
internet is bad movie. It's really terrible. Jason Reitman movie, yeah.
one. Anyone say I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry?
No, then I haven't said that yet.
Yeah.
All right, okay. May have to start digging. I was trying to save my two cameo movies, but I may have to break them out because I can't really remember any of the the main ones. All right,
Yeah,
I'll say the hot chick.
It's one of the cameras I'm thinking of. You can put your weed in here.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
yeah,
and it's because he's playing the character Rob Schneider played on SNL. He did that character, so he's like it's a role reversal. Yeah. So that's a throwback to that. But yeah, he's at the beginning.
Let's see. What else does he have? Anybody say Little Nicky?
No, nobody said Little Nicky.
All right.
Okay. This may be my last stand. I'll go with the other cameo. He's in The Animal.
Oh yeah.
He does the you can do it bit. He does the Rob Schneider bit in that movie. You can do it. Cut his freaking balls off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's him. Uh-huh.
Well, I'll go with his buddy cop movie. I'll go with Bulletproof.
Oh fuck! I got the Blu-ray of that over there.
Yeah.
I was like, I know I'm missing a '90s movie somewhere, and yeah, it's that him and Damon Wayans. God damn it.
I'm almost out of it.
I know I'm almost there. God, you said Bulletproof. Fuck. Trying to think if he did any more like voices. Oh fuck. Damn, Jordan, you may have got the point, man. I don't know. I guess give me about 10 more seconds. If I can't pull up anything in 10 seconds, I guess I'm out.
I got a couple more, but they're obscure.
All right, Jordan, you get the point. I'm out. I'm out.
What about Mixed Nuts? Wasn't he in Mixed Nuts? I thought.
I don't know. You tell me. Fucking, I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I think he has a cameo with what's his face? The guy from Follow the Bride, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin? Is he in that movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also, doesn't he have a cameo in Coneheads too? I think.
Oh yeah, he does. That's right. Yeah, he's when he's trying to get the social security number, he's like telling him his fake name and all that. Yeah, everybody's in that damn movie. Yeah, he's in that scene in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. RD Chico. RD Chico. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, Coneheads. Fuck, I should have thought of Coneheads. Shit.
There's also one that I've never seen before. What about Sandy Wexler?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it because the title just like throws me off, and just like the cover of it too. I'm like that doesn't even look like something that ever interests me.
So he was also in the Meyerowitz stories.
Oh yeah.
The other Netflix one I would never ever pull was called The Do-Over, which I would have never pulled that title ever.
The Do-Over, yeah.
Yeah.
With David Spade.
Oh, he plays himself in Top 5, the Chris Rock movie. Okay. You said Zookeeper. He's a voice in Zookeeper.
Oh. Donald the monkey. It says, yeah. Weird.
Yeah. I said Longest Yard. I guess he's uncredited in Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. I don't know. I never watched it. Never saw it. Anger Management. Oh, we forgot Anger Management. Him and Jack Nicholson. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Damn, Anger Management's a big one.
Yeah.
Shit. I know I'm going to come across something else.
I mean, when you put on the spot to try and do something like this, you're always going to forget a lot. There's always going to be something obvious.
Well, freaking Jordan pulled Bulletproof, which I completely forgot about with him and Damon Wayans. I was like, God damn it, dude. Because I knew I was missing one from the 90s. Yeah.
The weird thing is that I've never seen that movie all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. But I own the DVD. I just for whatever reason I haven't watched.
Hey, give us credit. We only missed about 3 or 4. We hit almost all of them. So that's pretty. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's pretty good. We missed. I mean, Anger Management was a big one that we missed, but other than that, we got most of it. So yeah.
Well, we each got a point, but we got to get the W to you, Austin, because you.
Well, I got 4 points, and you guys each got 1. So yeah. No, I'm pretty good at that game. Yeah. Remember I told you I played it at one of Doug Benson's stand-up shows. Remember I played with Kevin Smith.
Oh, you did?
Or we did Kevin Smith, and I won. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because I got all of his director movies and pretty much all the cameos or roles he ever had.
Really? Who was that? The Douglas movies when you went? Who were the?
Well, it wasn't a Douglas movies. The only times he ever went to Jacksonville was for his stand-up shows where they just played a game at the end.
Oh, okay.
So the one time it was like just him and Graham Elba doing stand-up, and then another time it was him, and then he had one or two of the guys he's had just open for him or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't Douglas movies. Yeah.
Yeah, the Douglas movies I went to. When it came to Boise, actually it came with Sam Levine. Yeah,
I want to meet Sam Levine. Damn.
Yeah.
I want to meet him.
And then also Big J Okerson was there too.
Yeah, Big J.
Was the other one. Yeah. So
Yeah, I listened
was
to his show. The it's not the Burnside. Whatever the fuck. The Sirius show he does with the other guy. I can't remember, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know who Big J is. Yeah.
But then for the third guest, they
Alright.
just picked some like random a person that was a local person, like a local stand-up comedian, and then she brought her son on there. The son was like 8 years old, but he was on the show with her. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's kind of interesting. Well,
All right. Well, it's 1:15 in the morning where I'm at right now, so I'm gonna let's bump this off and so I can go to sleep. But Malcolm, we'll get some plugs out of the way, man. What do you want to plug, Malcolm? Plug your shows, man. Plug away.
I mean, you can find me over on Take Few Productions, where I host Rankum every Saturday night. This week is going to be top 12 acting performances in the Arrowverse. You can find me on Sundays for just a general topic talk show, Late Night Take 3, and we're talking about Star Wars. I've got Gold Leader confirmed to be on that.
Jordan just said Gold Leader on his tournament fights. Yeah, there you go.
I know I popped in there at some stage.
Yeah, right.
Right. Oh, that's right. We both popped in that late in the show. That's right. I forgot I was
one of the ultimate rotating guests.
Oh yeah.
And you can find me over on Full Metal. I host trivia matches.
All right.
Cool.
Well, if there's ever, I know it doesn't get voted on a lot, but if there's ever a rankum involving anything horror movie related, you got to have me on because I'm a horror guy. But like, unfortunately, it seems like the people who vote in your polls are always like skewing towards like Disney stuff and animated shit and like all this family stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we have done a few horror related things. Watch this space. I might have something planned for October.
Okay. Yeah, no, I figured maybe around Halloween you'll do some Halloween related stuff. But yeah, I'm a horror guy, so Jordan knows that. That's my jam. So yeah, when you get there.
Well, do you have anything that you want to plug, Austin? I know we just had it.
We just did a few hours ago. We just recorded live for Movie Hero. So if you want to go check that out from literally earlier this evening, our SNL show, you can check that out. But yeah, I mean, I'm all over the show. Tournament fights, tier ranker fights. Just look it up. All the same old, same old.
I will say that we are working on getting this podcast on all the podcasting platforms, Apple Music and Spotify and all that. But I found out trying to do it that the first time that you upload a podcast, they make it like really difficult for some reason. Like you got to download all your episodes. You got to input all this information about all the different platforms you want it to be on. But then once you do it, then it's automatic after that. It just pulls from your RSS fields or feed. So those will be becoming soon when I can find some time. Also, Malcolm and I were supposed to have a movie Battlegrounds fight tomorrow that we were going to pre-record, but because my work suddenly decided to get super crazy, I was free tonight and not tomorrow. So hopefully we can be able to record that soon, maybe like this weekend, possibly. We'll see what Aaron what his schedule is looking like. But yeah, you can find us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 and also on Facebook at the One on Friends and Family group. So I'll just leave it at that. So and
all right.
Oh, and our next show will be this Friday, where we're going to be talking best alternative summer movies. If you want to know more about what those actually are, you got to tune in and watch it. So, but thanks again, Malcolm, for coming on the episode, filling in for Chris. It's not too often that we're really going to have very many guests unless it's a fill-in. So yeah, we appreciate you stepping in. And but for Malcolm, for Austin Pez, Howell, I've been Jordan Movie Anderson, and we will see you guys next time.